welcome to the workshop on advanced Excel. I believe my audio is reaching to some everyone. Can somebody give me a heads up?
Yes.
Yeah, thanks, Archana. All right, so let me first share my screen. Fine. So first thing first, I believe everybody has received the case studies over email and they have downloaded the same. So I request not to open any file from that attachment directly. Just go for right click and extract all. So when you go for extract all, you'll be finding all the files are ready like this. So kindly confirm in the chat box, Y for yes. Right. So thank you so much. So I got a confirmation from HR. So could you please identify yourself, HR, who had joined in the name of HR? Is it Siley?
It's Siley Zado, yes.
Okay, okay, sorry, thank you. All right, who else is joining? Jyoti. Fine. All right, so you know the agenda why you are here. I don't need to repeat that. But before starting the session, let's have a quick introduction so that instead of being alien to each other in this meeting room, we can ask questions, we can make our program more interactive, and we can extract more from the training program. So at the end of the day, when you step out from the training, you'll be getting more confidence to make your things better. So let me start with myself. My name is Pravas Panda. Past 17 years, I have been to this MS Office training and consulting, and I own a small organization called Excel4all. Though the name is Excel, but the expertise is not confined to Excel only. So we have the expertise with complete MS Office applications along with the ETL tools like Power BI, Tableau, and we have widened our scope again along with the finance modeling with Excel and finance for non-finance or art of finance. And majorly we deal with the corporate. And yes, in the weekends, we do conduct this kind of classes for the individuals, those who do not get a scope to enhance the skills in their corporate environment, they can join our program. So basically four programs we deliver like advanced Excel, professional PowerPoint and Power BI and along with Excel VBA macro. So these are the four programs available for the individuals. So this is a brief introduction about me. Now I am more interested to know about you as well as the expectations from this 16 hours of training program. So I'll call out the names from our meeting room. So I will be seeking a two line of introduction and along with you have to give your expectations from this program. Well, so I could see my first name in the panel is Abdul Sharif. Yes, Abdul Sharif, could you please help me out?
Hi, I'm Abdul Sharif. I work for Nielsen IQ Limited. So I'm very interested to learn Excel in this session. Thank you
Right.
for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you. No problem. Yes, next I'll go for our friend Ajay. Yes, Ajay, you're in mute. You can unmute and speak. Are you able to hear me? Okay, I guess some problem with Ajay. Well, we'll come back to him. Next, I'll go to Archana.
Yes. First, good afternoon, everyone. So I'm Archana, and I'm working in Accenture company as a PMO, project management as a PMO role. And there are
Mhm.
many tasks I have to perform, like preparing reports. In finance, I'm working data reconciliation. So many things are there. I have to work on Excel, but I'm not that much good in Excel. That's what thinking of joining this class and learn good Excel
Okay, no
and
problem, Archana.
formulas. I
Yes.
tried in YouTube also, but it does not it did not work. That's what
So,
I'm here.
right, right, true. See, YouTube, what is the basic problem is there is a prerequisites of classes and all, and it leads to a lot of questions. And the person who is, I mean, they are posting the YouTube videos, they're not clarifying the doubts. They ask, okay, ask your queries in the comment section, but you'll never get a reply. So that's the biggest drawback with our YouTube videos. And definitely,
Yeah.
when you go for a interaction one to one or it's a physical training, that impact is always been different. So nothing to worry about, Archana. Definitely, you're going to get a lot of things from this training program. I can give you an
Hmm.
assurance. But one thing you have to make a note that you have to practice a lot because overnight
Yes.
nothing is possible. So I can
Hmm.
only guide you with the features, formulas, functions, tools, what we have in Excel. But only thing is you have to practice upon the same. And trust me, once you practice well, you can get a lot of confidence. And trust me, when you see any kind of data also, you can just focus it and you will also interpret in a better way. That I can give you an assurance. All right,
Yeah.
fine.
Thank
Next, I'll
you so
go.
much.
Yeah, welcome. I'll go to Siley.
Good afternoon, all. This is Saili Jadhav. Recently, I have shifted to HR department. So, for that, every day I have to work on Excel sheets from basic to advanced. So, it is little going difficult for me to, daily challenges comes to me. So, I want to learn from basic to advanced Excel.
Okay, no
Yeah.
issues. Thank you. So next, I'll go to Isha.
Hello everyone, I'm Isha Das and I'm currently studying in MIT for MBA in HR. And Excel is an important this for getting placed in the interview. So that is why I have joined because I'm not so good at it. Thank you.
Great. No problem. Next, I'll go to Jyoti. Jyoti, you have got two logins, I guess. Is
Hello.
Jyoti able to hear me? Yep.
Yeah. Now I connected with my laptop. So yeah, good afternoon. I am working with Flipkart. So like in daily to daily, I need to do like it's to advance Excel. So for that reason, I wanna learn like advanced Excel.
Right. Next, I'll go to Manisha.
Hello, good afternoon, all. So I'm also pursuing my MBA from MIT, and the reason why I chose to participate or be a part of this course is because I understand right now how important it is to be well versed with data and statistics and all the formulas that the HRs use to get their work done. So I think, considering that it's an important aspect for placement, uh, I chose to enroll for this program. And through this
Right.
program, I'm hoping I can learn all the skills required to be fully equipped when I step into the HR domain.
Right. Definitely. Yeah. Next, I'll go to Ninop.
Hello, I'm a recent graduate and I found Excel to be much important in coming days. So I found Excel for all uh, and I find it's a very important skill to learn. So I'm here.
All right. Fine then. So, guys, I just believe that I have noted down all your expectations. So, anything is missing, you are always welcome to ask your questions and queries in this entire 16 hours program. All right. But some basic ground rules. Since it is a virtual meeting, your continuous engagement is also essential. So, I'd request you please refrain using your mobile phone calls, WhatsApp text, and other activities if you are engaged with. So, give your entire focus to the training. Don't worry, if you have any queries, you have all the. Jyoti, could you please keep your mic on mute? Jyoti, could you please keep your mic on mute?
Yeah, sure. Sorry.
Right, no problem. So, how you are going to communicate with me? It's not like just one end. I'll keep delivering the things and you have to blindly watching it. We are going to have both end communications. Then how you're going to communicate. So if at all any question comes first, always prefer to go for your mic to unmute and then you can ask your queries. And definitely I will be hearing it out and answer with the proper answer. Don't worry. If you believe around you lot of noise is there, don't use mic option. We have a chat box all the time. This is going to open throughout the training program. You can drop a message in the chat box and definitely by looking at the same, I'll be helping out with the right answer. Now, if you believe the audio exchange or text exchange is completely not enough, then we do have an option called screen sharing. So you can share your screen over there by clicking on these options, what I'm highlighting over there. Always focus on this button whenever I would like to say, please just focus. Then you have to share your entire screen or entire desktop. Do not share a specific window. I repeat, when you would like to share your screen for help, so share your entire screen or entire desktop. So this is how we are going to communicate. And do not worry, we'll be taking a short break in between, depending upon the flow of the content, somewhere around 4 p.m. to 4:30. We'll be taking a short break of 15 minutes. So whatever your incomplete task or anything you want to have a brisk over there, or you want to have a cup of tea or coffee, you can do that in the meantime. Don't worry. All right. Now, coming back to the files. Training is of 16 hours. Why so many files you have shared with us? The reason is being that people, I'm not only going to train you with the Excel features or formula or functions, I'm also going to give you some helping hand in terms of solutions for the challenges you face in your routine activities. Instead of depending upon our IT people or any third party support, how to help yourself in those situations. I'll take you through one. Just see. The major challenge in our routine activities is about the management of file size. So whenever you start working with Excel and on daily basis you start incorporating your data, one fine morning the file size becomes huge. So in that case, how to manage my file? Because it takes a lot of time to open. And if I take it to the meeting, people are getting frustrated because I keep them waiting. So in that case, how to manage those files so that whenever I click and open, it should open instantly. So there is a Word document I have shared with you naming called 8 ways to reduce your Excel file size. Okay. So you can just read the document whenever you have the idle time, and very precisely it is designed along with the screenshot, stepwise instructions. I'll take you through a sample case. Just see. I had a file of 14.6 MB. It's a huge data. Without deleting any single content, without removing any data out of this, I have opted this method and I could reduce my Excel file size by 28%. It's a great achievement. So like this, there are eight ways I have prescribed. So whenever you face such kind of situation, just go through this document, follow the steps, and you can help yourself. So you don't need to waste your time for other support, or you don't need to take this file to someone else and try to get the support. So this is again a helping hand. I have given it to you. Keep the document with you. And who knows, maybe tomorrow anybody from your teammates may come across this problem. So being a team leader, you could be a helping hand to them. All right. Now, there is one more file naming called keyboard shortcuts. If you open that keyboard shortcuts, sir, not audible. Anybody else is facing the trouble? My voice is not reaching. Able to hear me? Okay. Okay. Fine. No problem. Thank you so much for the confirmation. All right. So next file is our keyboard shortcuts. Okay, so if you open that keyboard shortcuts file, it will take you through your not only Microsoft Excel, but also MS Word, MS PowerPoint, MS Outlook, the applications what we use the most in our corporate world. All these keyboard shortcuts are listed in this entire file. Only thing is you have to keep practicing upon the same. Make a point, at least two new keyboard shortcuts you are learning in a day, and you are applying the same at your routine activities. And this habit, if you develop, trust me, within 30 days, you can see a significant growth at your working place. How your speed is increasing, how you're going to work with minimum efforts, you can also realize over there. But the only thing is you have to practice well, because nothing is possible overnight and you cannot by heart all the keyboard shortcuts at once. All right. And why keyboard shortcuts is essential, you can ask me a question. Because I am good at in mouse. I am using mouse and I have been doing the job. But still, why you are insisting for keyboard shortcuts? I'm making it clear. I am not insisting. If you are comfortable using mouse, do it, not a problem. But if you're interested in saving your time, you must learn the keyboard shortcuts. Then only you can save your time. And why we have to precisely focus on the time saving? Because in today's world, time is money. So if you want to save your time, you have to train yourself using the keyboard shortcuts the most. All right. Yes. So this is again a file I have shared with you just to give you a helping hand over here and learn the keyboard shortcuts. Yes. So I could see one login from unknown user. Could you please identify yourself? Hello. You can unmute and speak, unknown user. Yes, may I know you, please? You can drop a message in the chat box, the name otherwise, if you can't speak. Well, I'm sorry then I have to remove you from the meeting room, whoever is the unknown user. All right. Now, coming back to the other files. See, there is a notepad file over here. If you look at, I have already shared with you naming called Learn Excel Free. So there are 10 website names you can see. I have listed it over here. Now, what's the point of sharing all these website names? See, Excel is such a subject. In fact, 6 months training is also not enough to complete the subject. So we have a limited window time of 16 hours. Now, suppose say you have learned everything you have implemented at your workplace and you are quite comfortable using formulas, functions, tools. What's next? Don't stop there. So if you want to enhance your Excel skills further, you should go to all these websites and trust me, you can get to know a lot of better things over there as well. And the entire thing is complimentary. You don't need to pay a single penny for that. Only thing is you have to spend time for learning Excel even further more. And the beauty of these websites is they have their own forums where you can ask your questions and the experts they will be giving the reply for your answer queries also there already. So this is the reason why I am sharing all these websites names. So whenever time permits, please go and navigate to all these websites and you can also learn Excel even more further. Okay. Now, one more thing I have shared over here, people, naming called Office Repair. So when I go for Office Repair, the notepad file, you can notice there are two links I have shared with you. So you must be thinking, Prabhas, why are you sharing the website links over there? The reason is being there. I'll tell you why I'm sharing the website links over here. Just give me a second. Right. See, suppose say, take an example, we have created a beautiful dashboard or summary report or tabular report and we have presented to our boss. Boss was also quite happy and in the meeting, whoever they were there, they were quite happy watching my presentation. And my boss told me, Prabhas, keep this file under safe custody. Next time in the meeting, when you are going to present it, we'll be giving more add-on to the data and we'll be presenting it even more better. Well, so suppose there is a meeting tomorrow and today you have opened the file and it shows some kind of error. What kind of error? File is not responding. File is restarted. Excel stopped working. Or even if Excel opens, it shows some kind of alien kind of language which you can't read what exactly it is there in that Excel file. Now, if you convey this situation to your boss, what will be the reaction? Simple, he will say, how can you be so irresponsible? How can you be so careless? I told you how important this file was. At last minute, you are coming and telling me the file is not operating or functional. I don't want to hear anything. Do whatever it takes, but by EOD today, it should reach to my inbox. So this is how people react. In this case, what is the choice we have? We have only one choice, that is our IT support. So when you approach to your IT department, what they suggest, they say that Prabhas, give me 24 to 48 hours time. I'm not sure whether the data can be recovered. So this is how people react. So what I suggest is do not be panic in that situation. Do not take anybody's support on that and wait for them. I would suggest take one of the link over here, copy that and go to your browser and paste it over there. And once you paste it over there, this is going to take you through a website where a free tool you'll be getting. This tool you have to download. And you don't need to be having a tech savvy knowledge to operate with this. Just you have to connect with that Excel file which is corrupted and you have to click this repair button. And trust me, 95% data you can recover out of that corrupted Excel file. Now you can ask me a question, Prabhas, why did you reserve 5% as data loss? Yes, there will be a data loss. So what type of data? Like if you create some kind of organization's chart, work breakdown structure, or any kind of flow chart or flow diagram or process flow diagram, all these cases, you will be losing those stuffs. But if you have some tabular data, formula functions, or any kind of graphs or charts, you can recover as it is. And again, the beauty is entire thing is complementary. But the free service or complimentary service, you will be getting only up to 5 MB of Excel file size. If your Excel file size is exceeding 5 MB space, you have to purchase the license for that, because we know there is nothing such called as free lunch in this world. We have to pay for everything, right? So these guys also, they have to win their bread and butter out of this. That's why you have to purchase the license. But this tool, why only, why only this tool? There are so many tools in the market. The reason is I have personally used this tool and I am successfully recovered the data. That's why I have been sharing all these things in any of our training programs so that people can be benefited out of this. Otherwise, there is no agenda behind it. So this is how we have understood about the files, what we need to do with those files, what is the background of them. And rest of the files is nothing but we have understood the entire industries of business. So we have taken out some problem situations from finance, accounts, production, planning, HR, safety, everything we have combined together and we have designed the case studies. So those are the real-time case studies which we have downloaded from our SAP or ERP, or we could have created that those kind of real-time situations taking the data from different corporates. So now we are going to work with our files. So we got the clarity. What is the purpose of these files, right? All good? Can I get a confirmation in the chat box? Why for yes? This is how I am going to ask a question a lot people that is it done? Are you with me? Is it clear? Have you understood? So I'd be also seeking one line of answer from you. Do D for done, Y for yes. So it will be making me clear that we all are in equal page and we are good to go to the next level. All right. So please support in that way so that we can effectively utilize the window time. Yes, Manisha, any queries, any questions?
Yes, sir. So this repair thing is only effective in case we haven't saved it to our desktop, right? Otherwise, the repair thing doesn't really come handy, correct?
No, 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 no. It's not like that. Repair thing, it will work. Sometimes Excel file get corrupted. Like if you have already saved, it's a quite old file or long back you have created, and now after 1 year or 2 year, you might be opening the file, or you might be the case coming across like the file you are already working with, all of a sudden the file gets closed. So all this kind of situation, what it happens, the file gets corrupted. There is a chances very high. So in those cases, whatever you have already worked with, those data you need, maybe you will be working with a new Excel file, but the old data at least you have to recover, right? So in those cases, you can make use of this tool, nothing else.
Okay, so just to confirm, it's effective on old data.
No, it's not about old data or new data. You can set the file which is already saved in your hard disk or local disk or SharePoint. If it is getting corrupted, you can recover the data.
Okay, okay, thank you.
Right, right, no problem. Now, coming back to our case studies file. So go to our file, first file naming called corporate case studies. Please open that. Now, you can see this is going to land up with your cover page. So click on that next button and you will be leading to the sheet called business maths. Check it out. Okay. Now over here. So the first data set, let's focus on that, what we have with us. Okay. So no need to do anything. Just watch my screen, follow my audio. Suppose say somebody from a different department, he came to me and asked me that, Prabhas, I need to purchase three products, ABC, XYZ, anything. Now, how much quantity to be purchased? A of 300, B of 23, and C of 54. So how much quantity to be purchased? It's perfectly clear. And when I inquired with the vendor, they have given the rates like A of 3 rupees, B of 12 rupees, and C of 14 rupees. Now I have taken up this matter to my finance department and I asked them, Please give me a check in favor of XYZ Limited or Enterprises because I need to purchase all these products of set quantities. So in this case, if I need to answer to my finance department, then what we do? Don't do anything, just watch my screen. Ideally, we prefer to go to a new column and there we type equal to and then go into quantity multiply by rate per unit. And then we go for applying the same for others and we go for a total. Then we realize that we need to purchase all these products by paying this much and this is the amount we have to receive from our finance department. Do you all agree with me? This is how we do, isn't it? All right. Now, the question is over here, whatever we have done, is it right? Of course, it is absolutely fine. But if you realize, just think about it. Our answer is lying in this cell, correct? Then what is the point of getting all these three above value? Is it playing any role? No. So this is the reason why what it happens, why our file size is getting heavy, because we keep creating a lot of unwanted data. So we should stop doing that. So this is what the major drawback of this operation. Now, second drawback, when you go and create a new column with applications of your own formula, what happens? The more the formula, again, the file size is heavy. So having said all these things, whatever the operations we do, people, what is the practice we have so far, we have to stop doing it. Reasons I told you. Now, how to make an improvement on this? So this is what we are not supposed to do. Now, there is a total amount, one cell is there. You can notice total amount, correct? Now, in this cell, we have to apply a formula. So what kind of formula? Like equal to. When you go for sum, what is happening? Just try with me. Equal to sum. What is happening? You can notice whatever the formulas containing the sum text, this has been listed on the screen, correct? So we need to go for a formula naming called sum product. So for that, I need to type P. So when I go for sum along with P, can you see sum product is already highlighted with blue color? So I no need to go and spend my time over there typing the entire text of the formula or string of the formula name. I can simply hit on my keypad over here, the tab key. In the left side, we have a tab key. Okay, this tab key, we have to hit it. Just see what is happening. If I go for tab key over here, so when I go for sum P, it is giving me this kind of blue color options. Then I hit the tab key. Now entire sum product text will be populated till open parenthesis or open bracket label. So this is how smart way of writing our formula. We got a basic understanding. Now, what it demands me. Some product is technically people is an array formula. So it works with complete array, maybe a column or row or combination of both. Now, in our case, it is asking array 1. So what is our array 1? The first column is quantity. We have taken this. Now, again, what it is saying array 2. So what is our second column? Rate per unit. I can take this. So two inputs we have, two columns we have put it across. Now, the moment you go and hit enter, this is going to give you the same result 1932. So whatever we have achieved by taking a different column or additional formula with some product itself, we can get that. Just check it out. Some product, is it working? Right? If it is done, please help me out with the message. Y for yes or D for done. Or any questions, feel free to ask.
Sir, I have a question.
Mhm.
I mean, it's not really working on my sheet over here. So what I did is I clicked on tab and then I
Mhm.
selected the quantity array. Okay. After I
Mhm.
select that, am I supposed to enter, am I supposed to hit enter and then move to the second array?
No, 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 comma. See, if you look at the formula, it is showing a comma. After one array, if you look at it, shows comma. Can you see the formula?
Yes.
Array 1, after that comma is there. So you have
Okay.
to also give the same separator as a comma. Then array 2, you should take the second array. Don't include the headers. Don't
Okay.
include the headers, only the data points.
Okay. Okay. Let me try to that.
Yeah, yeah.
Sir, I have a query on tab key.
Yeah,
So the
yes.
tab is not working. Means I not able to recall that. How you
No
did
problem.
that?
You can share the screen. I can guide you, not a problem. So what you're missing, I can guide
Means
you.
how you got tab key? I'm not able to do that.
No, no, tab key, you have to hit it from your keyboard. From
Keyboard.
your keyboard, you have to hit the tab button. So automatically the formula will be opened.
Okay. Oh, yeah, got it.
Right? Yes. Yes,
Uh,
Manisha, is it working?
no, it's not showing me the total amount. It just shows me hashtag value. Can I share my
Yeah,
screen
yeah,
to?
yeah. Yes, yes, please do it.
Can you see?
Right, you go to the formula. No, 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 don't. Just go for escape. What you have done, let me have a review on that first. Escape, go for escape, press the escape button. Yeah. So you have taken the formula, sum product, E6 to E8, E6 to E8. Perfect. Then comma, F6 to F8. Okay. After that comma, why you have given? After F8, you have given one more comma, which
Oh,
is
okay.
not required. That is the reason why you are not getting. Now hit enter, you got the result.
Yes, yes, thank you.
Right. All right. So I'm taking the control back on the screen. So this is how people we have understood a basic formula naming called sum product. So Manisha, you can lower your hand. Fine. Now take a look. Sometimes what it happens when you design any kind of template or any kind of formula function based report, our people they ask, Prabhas, if you have designed a formula or function, why don't you showcase that formula over there in the immediate right column? They demand like this because they don't want to select the formula box and going to the formula bar, and they do not like watching the formula or reading the formula from there. They want to just have an instant view of the formula. So how to do that? Just say, watch my screen. Equal to, there is a ready-made formula over here, people, naming called formula text. What is that? Formula text. So when I go for formula text, it demands me reference, means where is the formula? That cell I have to select. That's it. The moment I hit enter, can you see? In that cell, whatever the formula I had, is it getting populated over here with immediate right? So this is how we have got another formula, people, naming called formula text. Check it out. Is it working? Yes, Archana, Jyoti, is it working? Sharif, able to clear?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Sure, it's
So
not
we
happening.
okay. Yes, Manisha,
Uh,
you can share your screen. Right, you go there. Yep. Type equal to formula.
sorry, formula.
Yeah, the first one. Just go for tab. Just go for tab. Now refer that cell which the formula is there. Enter. Hit enter.
Oh, okay,
And to be
thank you.
showing that. Yes, no problem. All right, so I'm taking the control back on the screen, and now we have understood that how to make use of these formulas like sum product over there and formula text. Okay, sum product. Fine. Now, Being a Excel user people, we must know one thing, that which version of Microsoft Excel is installed in our system or which version we are working with, we must know that. What is the point? Because there are many more versions of Microsoft it is there nowadays, and which is the latest one is called 365. Now, how will I know which version is installed in my system? Let's go and explore. Do it along with me. Go to the file menu. Go to the file menu, and in the extreme bottom, you see one option you'll be having called account. In the left side categories, you may have a direct options called account, or you may have the more option within that navigate account will be there. Just select that account option, and immediate right, you'll be finding what is that version is installed in your system. You can find out from here. So I have got 365. Similarly, you find yours and drop me a message in the chat box. 365, 2019, 2013, 2016, 2024, or 2021. Just find that. Well, Sally is having 365. Fine. How about others? Okay, Manisa 2021. Right. Ninab is 2019. 365. Okay. Archana also 365. Fine. Jyoti, how about yours? All right. So now, once we know this, the bottom line is knowing about all these things I'll tell you. In a simple line, I will say if you have 365 at your workplace, people, means you are really blessed. Because Microsoft 365 is the only version where you will get a lot of templates, formulas, functions, formatting features, and AI tools, which you do not have in any other versions of Microsoft Excel. Don't worry, I'm going to take you through all the flavors, but when the right time comes, then I'll tell you. Okay. Now come back to our second example. It's called vendor evaluation. So here we'll first discuss something upon this. In any industry, wherever we are working with people, our purchase department says that whenever you are buying a particular product or material, something, whatever, do not depend upon with a single source of supply. Always go for minimum three competitive codes, and we call it technically L1, L2, L3, right? Now, we have got a prices column over here. Please look at the same and tell me if I ask you what would be my L1 price. L1 means the lowest one. So just check it out and tell me what would be my lowest price out of this. 74. Perfect. What is the L2 price? Second lowest should be 99. Perfect. L3, 136. So since we have got maximum 7 to 8 items, it was easy for us to find out what would be our L1, L2, and L3, correct? Now think a real-time situation. When you open the file, the entire column is containing 10,000 records. And if I ask you, please find out L1, L2, L3 for me, what we do? Basically, we go for sorting our data in smallest to largest order, and then we go for highlighting whatever the three line items appears in the top, considering L1, L2, L3, copying the same, pasting in Outlook email body, sending it across to the boss and stating that, sir, we have done with the ground level of workings. Please acknowledge the same L1, L2, L3 prices so that we can start procuring the material. And our boss also, without having any second thought, he also says, please go ahead. I will acknowledge the mail. Nothing wrong. Whatever it is happening, completely, absolutely fine. But my question is very simple. In this entire process, where is the value addition? Nowhere. Because sorting is a task anybody can do. I could have given this task to one of my office boy or one of my teammate also. So being a skilled person, being a department manager, why I'm spending my quality time for doing a task which is non-productive in nature? We never ask about it. And this is the only reason why we suffer a lot. So now the question is how to deal with the same. So basically, if you see focus over here, today, if I'm looking for XYZ product, I have to sort. If my product is changing tomorrow ABC, again I have to sort. So every time sorting is compulsory. Without sorting, I could not answer it, right? So this is a duplication of work. Now, how to overcome from this? Think it. Suppose say if I help you, whenever you just choose a particular product and the entire L1, L2, L3 will be ready in one column, will it going to help you a lot? Yes, of course, but how to do that? So first thing first, ideally, how you prepare your formulas, we go to a cell, we plot the formula, and then we drag it down, Control D, or double click on the mouse, all these options we do. So today we are going to stop doing that. Now take a look. First thing first, select your entire bottom three columns, three cells, and leave your mouse, leave your touchpad, go for equal to. Now you can notice, though I have selected all the three cells, but it starts selecting the first cell itself, the whatever the applications, and there I should go for a formula naming called small. So Excel has a ready-made option called small formula, and this is again very powerful. So what it demands? Array. So where is the array? In the left or right? Definitely in the left. So I use the left arrow key to move left. Okay, now we need to select the entire data. Control Shift, down arrow key. Now when I copy this formula towards down, this range should not move down. So what you'll do? You'll first lock it. So when I copy this formula down, this entire range will not move down. For that, we have locked it. So how to lock it? By using F4 or function F4, depends upon the brand of laptop or keyboard shortcut. And there, once we do this, comma, next it is asking me K. Now, what is the meaning by K? K is nothing but constant integer number or ranking. So we can take as a ranking over here. L1, what should be the rank? Rank should be 1. L2 rank should be 2. L3 rank should be 3. So basically, in place of K, we are looking for 1, 2, and 3. If you look at in our right side of the formula, a column is already embedded with those numbers. So instead of writing it manually, we are going to help from that column. So how to do that? Now I need to move to the right. So use the right arrow key. So G14 will take. Now what is that there in G14 is 1. Now that 1 is going to become my K value for our formula. Now bracket close. Formula is ready only with one cell. So instead of hitting enter, I would suggest go for control enter. So when you go for control enter, can you see the entire bottom three values as it is being populated, whatever we have achieved manually over here, right? So this is how we can make use of our formula people naming called small.
Sir, I didn't get it. Can you repeat it for me?
See, select everything. First watch, don't do simultaneously. First watch my screen, observe what I'm doing. Next 1 minute, I'll be giving time to try. Don't worry. So I'll go for small formula. I'll be taking the data from left. So this entire data I have taken. Now this range should not move down over here. 6 rows, 1 rows, the 6 rows, 1 column should not move down. I should lock it by hitting F4 or function F4 and then comma. I'll be taking the value from the right side, which is having 1, 2, and 3 in the right side. I'll be taking the value from there. And then I should go for bracket close. Formula is ready only with one cell, but I need to apply for rest. Shortcut, control, enter, and you got your records ready. Try this.
I'm unable to lock it, sir.
Which key you are pressing?
F4.
Then if it is not working, go for function F4, Fn key. In the keypad, you see in the bottom line Fn key is there. So use Fn key with F4.
Yeah, done now.
Yes.
Then after that, comma and
Read the formula,
K.
what it demands. K. So if it is
K.
demanding K, you have to use the right arrow key. You have to move right. You have to use the right arrow key. Is it
Okay.
taking G12? Is it taking G12?
It is taking E14.
No, no. You are going left. You have to go to right.
Okay, okay. Yeah, done.
G4, G12, then bracket close, control enter. So you'll be getting your small formula being populated.
Yeah. It has come 74 now.
Yeah,
Only
you have,
74.
because you have just given a hit of enter. I told you control enter.
Okay. Okay, okay. Yeah, got it, got it.
Yes. Right. So how about others? Is it working? Anybody's not
Sir, can you,
getting or need my support, do let me know.
sir, I need your support.
Yeah, Manisha, share the screen. Right.
This,
No, 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 no. First of all, select all the threes, not some formula, small formula there. First of
okay,
all,
sorry.
escape, come out of that, escape. No, no. Select all the three cells where you need the answer.
Okay.
Right. Now equal to, equal. Don't click it. Don't click. Don't. Uh, take small formula. Use small. SMALL. Tab. Then array in the left. Select and F4. Use F4.
Just
If
a
it,
second.
that is what in the
F,
keyboard.
is
Right.
that?
So no, 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 no. F4 in the top line. F1, F2, F3, F4 is there.
I don't have the F4 keys.
Definitely will be there. You see in the top row, what is that you have? First key.
F4, I mean, where exactly? Oh, over here? On the
No, no, no,
keyboard,
no,
you
no, no, no. On the keyboard. Keyboard means where you are typing. In that keyboard top line, what you see, the keys.
I see numbers, but it doesn't say F4.
No, 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 not numbers. Above to the numbers, you have something. F1, F2, F3, F4, F5, up to F12. Can you
Oh,
see?
yes. F.
Right.
Okay, just
So
so
there
I
you have to
let me
go.
delete this, right?
Yeah. Come out of that. Escape. Complete escape. Do it again. Do it again. Escape. Select all the three cells first. Right. Now equal to small tab array.
Okay,
Take the left side data. Then go for locking. F4.
F4, and then comma.
Right. Wait. F4, is it applying $2 symbols? Just see. When you press F4, is it applying $2 symbols before column, before row?
No.
So you have to use function with F4 in the bottom line towards the left. You see Fn key is there.
Yes.
So go with Fn key with F4. Press together.
Okay. Uh-huh.
Now, can you see $2 symbols are coming up? One is before
Yes.
column, one is before row, so that
Yeah.
the entire range will be locked. Comma,
Mm. Now move to
comma,
the
comma,
comma.
comma, comma, because the formula is demanding comma. So after that, you need to move towards your right. Use the right arrow key because you can't click now. You have to use
Yeah.
the right arrow key. Fine. Now bracket close.
Bracket.
And
This is
now hold
and
on. Now hold on. Formula is ready only with one cell, but we need to apply for all the selected three cells, correct?
yes.
So hit Control Enter together. Control Enter.
This is I think.
Now you'll be getting the entire range populated with your answer.
Yes.
Right.
Thank you.
So this is how you have to practice. Fine. So I believe now everyone is clear whatever we did. So Vanessa, you can lower your hand. And Shaili, what's the status? Sharif?
Yeah, what if we don't lock it means, without
If
using
you,
the
yeah,
function F4?
right, great. That's a good question. I was anticipating somebody should ask me. Just watch my screen. If I do not lock, what kind of problem you are going to face? So no need to do anything. Just watch my screen. If I don't lock it, okay. So I believe everybody is able to see my screen. See, I'm not locking. When I go for it, L1 we have identified 74. Did I get that? Yes. L2 I have identified 99. Did I get that? No. Why? Because when I copy this formula towards down, can you see the blue color border is moving? Can you see that? Right, Sarif?
Yes.
Right. So this is the trouble. So when I go to 153, technically it is supposed to be 136, but why it is happening? Because it goes further down. So though I'm looking for L1 or L3, it should always start searching from 74 and it should end up with 138. It should not go beyond that. For that reason, we have to go and lock it. So when you lock it, though you are in the first cell or in the last cell, it will always go and stop searching in that location. It will not move beyond that cell. That's why we have locked it. Hope it is clear.
Yes. Yeah, yeah,
Right,
got it. Yeah.
right. All right. So Jyoti, any issues? Ajay, hope it is clear working for you. Right. Shaili, Isha,
Yes, it's clear, sir.
right. So I'll be seeking one line of support from you guys. That's what I told you, because if you do not give me answer, then I will not be in a position to know whether you are with me or you are lacking with or you are having some weaknesses over there. So don't skip anything. Feel free to ask your questions, then only you can learn. Because as I told you, this is a virtual training. I cannot come to know by looking at just over here. So you have to help yourself asking the questions. All right. Thank you so much. Now, coming back to our next is called finding the top three values. See, like bottom three, we use small formula. Similarly, for top three, what we can do. So bottom three, we use small, top three. What will be the opposite of small formula?
Big,
Large, large.
large.
So we'll go for the same situation. Just watch my screen for a minute. I'll be giving time to try. Don't worry. So I have taken the large formula. I'll go for tab array where it is in the left side of my formula. So I'll be using the left side arrow key and I will select the entire range. Control Shift down arrow key. So once I select it, as I told you in the previous case, this range should not move down when I copy this formula towards down. Okay. So what I'm supposed to do, I should lock it. How to lock it? By using F4 or function F4, depends upon the brand of laptop or keyboard behavior you have. Comma. Now what it is asking K. What is K? K is nothing but I told you it should be the ranking. And now the ranking is there in my left side of the formula. So I should take the left arrow key. Now bracket close, formula is ready only for a cell. And I told you, you need to apply for the entire range. What is the shortcut we learned? Control, enter, and we got the answer. So this is how people, whenever there is a need, when you are designing any kind of summary report, dashboard, tabular data, you can always make use of these functions called small and large. Give it a try and check it's working. Any doubt, do let me know. The small and large formula application. Can you please confirm it's working fine for you? Any doubt, any queries from anybody? Trust me, 60% of the people, they are not aware of all these formulas, what I'm telling you right now. They're small and large. They always keep doing things manually. They sort the data, they keep copying and pasting. So this is amounting a duplication of work. So if you know the formula and functions, you can bring the accuracy at your workplace and you can avoid the duplication of work. All right, fine. So now, are you happy knowing about all these formulas like some product, formula text, small, large, why you need to apply dollar symbol? Are you happy about it, knowing it? Yes, very good. I'm also glad that I'm going to leave you some takeaways. Now just think about it. No need to do anything. Just focus on my scenario, what I'm trying to tell you right now. Suppose say this is what our friend, uh, say Manisha, she has prepared all these things. So I'm taking one name for our story. Manisha, is that okay if I take your name for the story? Thank you. Now suppose say she is presenting the same to our friend Sharif. Sharif, if I take your name for the story, is that okay?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you. Now, Sharif is watching all these things what Manisha has prepared, and Sharif believes that why Manisha has created all these things, she is not clear. I mean, he is not clear. Then what Sharif believes that this is unwanted and he has deleted the same and the entire formula is in trouble. You can see that. And this is what mostly happening with us in the corporate world. We design something, we deal with something, we create the formula, people play around with that and they keep questioning us and they keep troubling us in our routine activities. Now, what is that takeaway from this? What you have understood from this factor is what we did. Our expert suggests us to do the job like this. But Microsoft Excel never recommends that you should take any kind of helper column and design the formula. Reason? It is there in front of you. So now the question is how to get the solution then? Because if I do not take this 1, 2, 3, then how will I get that? We need those 1, 2, 3. But what we are going to do, we are going to make our formula efficient enough in such a way. These are going to generate those 1, 2, 3 in the formula itself, and they will be giving the answer to us. So let's see how. Just watch my screen. First, try to understand some concept. No need to do anything. Watch my screen. See, if I ask you which row I am working with, what will be your answer? You will be looking at in row number and this is showing 14. So you will be telling Prabhas you are working with row number 14. Absolutely correct. Do you all agree? Right now I'm in row number 14. Do you agree with that?
Yes.
Right. Now if I ask same question to Excel, what Excel will do, see, now if I ask which row I am operating, so Excel will be taking the help of a formula naming called row, open bracket and close bracket. So this will be giving me the row number as the answer. Can you see? Same row number. It is giving me the answer. So this is what row formula does. Wherever you go and type this row formula like this, it will be giving you the row number as the answer. Now row number, since I'm in row number 14, I'm getting 14 over here, no doubt. But technically, what is that number we had earlier as a L1, L2, L3 purpose we used is the 1. So 14 I'm getting, but I'm looking for 1. Basic mathematics, what we can do? Minus how much? 13. I can go and get the answer 1, right? Now the same formula I can apply towards my down. So we got 1, 2, and 3 like this. So whatever we did outside of the formula, we are going to include the same inside the formula. So how to do that? Just see, watch my screen again. I'll go and select all my 3 cells, the practice what we have developed. Then leave my mouse, leave my touchpad. I'll go for large formula. Where is the array? So array is there in my prices column. Okay, I select like this. Or I can keep my cursor over here and control shift and down arrow key, whichever it is comfortable. Then this range should not move down. I should lock it. Perfect. Now comma. It is asking me k. So k purpose, I should go for a row function. Now this row function is going to give me a number. Now which number it is going to give me row number 14. How to confirm? If I go and select, can you see? with immediate effect, it is showing 14 over there in the top, right? Now I know I'm working in row number 14 and row formula gives me 14. But what I'm looking for is 1. So minus 13. And now bracket close for large formula. Formula is ready only for a cell. Need to apply for rest. What is the shortcut we learned? Control Enter. And we got the records without taking any kind of helper column. So this is called nothing but people our nested functions or nested formula. So please give it a try and check, is it working? Any difficulties, feel free to ask. Your Excel is not working. Jyoti, what happened? You can unmute and speak. Your window has expired. You can share your screen. Let me have a look, Jyoti. No issues. You can share your screen.
Sir,
Yes.
it's showing me an error. Can you look at this, please?
Yeah, you can share your screen. Let me see. Okay. So you have taken no, 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 no. See, come out of that. Escape. First of all, no, don't do anything like that. Escape. Delete everything. Whatever you have designed, delete everything.
It's done it.
No, no, no. Delete everything. Whatever that hash num is showing, delete everything. No, not one by one. Why one by one? You can select all the three and hit the delete button. Right now, equal to, just hit equal to, types large, take tab, hit the tab button, then go to array, select the array and log them. Function F4, comma,
Yes.
comma, start typing row formula, ROW, bracket open,
Again,
bracket close, bracket open, bracket close. Yeah, you can go for tab, no issues. Yeah, bracket close, minus. Now this row formula will be giving you row number 14. So you have to go for minus 13. And bracket close for large function. Bracket close for large function.
again close.
No, no. Again, close means large you have to close. No, large you have open. Large formula is
Yes.
open. Large formula has to be closed. That's why close bracket for large. And now formula is ready for only one cell. Need to apply for all the three cells. Control Enter.
Thank you.
Right. Yes. Sharif, what's the
Sir,
problem?
I
Sir,
You
have
have any
sir,
questions?
here.
my question is, hello, hello,
Yeah, who is this? Yes, Sally.
Saili. So this is Saili.
Yeah, yeah.
My question is, why we are using this? Means answer is coming same. So what is the difference between previous formula and this formula? Exactly, I didn't get the concept why we are using this.
You were there in the session or you went out somewhere in between?
No, no, no. I'm there, but I missed, I think, something. So
Yeah, you missed out. That's what you missed out. The
yeah.
story I told, you missed out that.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I'll explain that. Don't worry. Yes, Sharif, you have some questions?
See,
I
in
have
this, we have worked for six prices and we sorted out three. So what in case we have 1,000 prices and we want to sort out top 100?
Right, you
So
have to
in
go
that case,
for,
how can we select the number of rows?
right? You have to keep dragging that till you reach, see that in that case, take an example. Suppose now I have to go for till top 100, 100 cases. Now what I can do, I can keep typing or dragging it till 100. Now take an example over here. See, it's a good question what you asked. People just see what he's asking. I'll tell you. Now, since I have only three, I have taken this. Okay. Now I'm going to another file over here. Suppose I have got some numbers. So this is about my price. I'm just doing it. No need to do all this thing. Just watch my screen. So I have taken over here, say brand between, and I'm going for 1,000, 9,999. Now I am there in A2. Okay. So I'm going to create some 10,000 records. So if I'm going for 10,000 records from A2, I have to go for A 10,002, correct? So I'll go for creating something. Now I'll go for Alt A E and yeah, let me first create the data for you. I'll go for over here, right? Now I'll go for A over here, 10,002. So when I go for A10,002, I'll be reaching to that cell A10,002. And from there, I'll go over here and I'll be copying this and I'll making over here copy paste special value. Now what I want is top 100 cases, right? Top 100 cases as sorry past. So how to know out of these random values, what are the top 100 cases? So what I can do, I can go for first my large function. Okay. Now this large function, when I go for it, sorry, right? So I'll take this entire array and I need to lock it. That you agree, correct? Then comma, what I need to
Yes.
do, I'm in row number over here. So which row I'm in? Row number 2. So this is going to give me row number 2. Just see, it is giving 2, correct? 2. But what I'm looking for is 1 to get my topmost value. So -1, I'll go for it. I get the record, right? Now, another 99 cases value I have to look into, correct? Do you agree, Sarif?
Yes.
So what I can do is, including this cell, another 99 means C2. I have to go to another 99, C101. I have to reach. So I'll go for Control G, and there I'll go for C101. I'll be reaching over there, the cells over here. And now from this, I'll go and operate, and then I'll go for Control D. So immediately you will be finding top 10 cases over top 100 cases over here. So this is your the topmost value, and this is what the lowest value out of those cases. All right. So since I have the random numbers, it is showing the numbers like this. But the moment you go for this, definitely you'll be getting. But technically, we'll never go that much level of 100, 200 cases. We'll go for otherwise top 10, top 5, top 3. Only we'll be working in that. But this is how you should work. Hope it is clear, Sarif?
Yes.
Right. All right. So any other questions? Anybody? So large functions with row combination. This is called nested formula. Is it clear for all? Can I take that? Jyoti, what is the problem? Still you are getting this Windows problem? Okay, so you will be you will be getting the recordings. So you have to practice well on that. Make sure you are having a laptop tomorrow onwards because hands-in practice is very much essential. Mere watching the screen, it will not work out. Okay.
So
Right.
can you explain me the concept in short, please?
Which concept? The concept. Yeah. See, earlier, now what is happening? Earlier there was 1, 2, and 3, correct? Yes,
Yes.
Ali, watch my screen. Don't do anything, just watch my screen.
Yes.
Now,
Okay.
what is the story I told? I took two persons' name from our group. Who are they? Yes, Ali, the question is for you. I told a
Yeah.
story taking two names from our group.
Sorry, sir.
Now, that is what you missed out that. This is the reason why
Yeah.
that leads to this kind of question. I told you don't miss anything. So
Yes.
don't engage with any other activities also. Okay. So I told that this is what our friend Manisha has created and she has presented the same to Sharif. And Sharif is watching and he believes that this is unwanted. This 1, 2, 3 external column, what is there prepared, it is unwanted. And Sharif deleted the same. So our formula is in trouble. Can you see that?
Yes.
So this
Mm.
problem to overcome, we have used the formula row minus 13 to get same 1, 2, and 3 in the formula itself. So without taking any kind of helper column, we could design the solution. That's why we have taken this.
Okay, okay. Yeah, got it now.
Right. Now, once we have rectified our large function, same thing we have to do for bottom three also. Just watch my screen. Bottom three, I'll select equal to small. Taking the complete array, I need to lock it, comma. Again, I need to go for same row function. Now, which row number I am operating? Row number 14. So what I need to do? Minus 13. Now bracket close for small function. Formula is ready only for a cell. Need to apply for rest. Shortcut, control, enter. And we got the records over here. So this is how this kind of formula people will be very, very helpful in our routine activities to design the solutions or to design the dashboard, summary report, tabular report, anywhere you can make use of that. Give it a try, please. So if it is done, please confirm in the chat box. Y for yes or D for done. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. All right. So I believe all are clear with our small and large combinations with row function and uses of dollar symbol so far. Correct. Now let's go for focusing upon our next example. Take a look. Here we have a prices column. Okay. Now this prices column, if you look at, it is nothing but a mixed value over here, like positive and negative, both are combined over here. Now looking at the same, suppose my boss is not happy watching the same and he's telling me, Prabhas, I do not want to see any kind of negative values over here. In the next column, just get me wherever the values are positive. So how to extract from a mixed value only positive values over here? This is what the job. Okay. Now, looking at the data, how do you decide whether something is negative? Yes, people, anybody?
Sir,
Looking at
if
the
it's below
data,
100, it's negative. If it's above 100, it shows positive.
above 100, low 100.
Bracket is negative.
That's the ideal one. Brackets are negative if the data is starting with open bracket and ends up with closed bracket. If the data starts with a hyphen symbol, we call it as a negative. If none of them is available, we call it as a positive one. This is simple logic we apply, correct? All of you agree with me,
Yes,
right?
sir.
Now, suppose say I ask you, please logically decide whether the value is positive or negative. What we do, we go to each and every value and we try to check. If this value is more than 0, it is positive. If this value is less than 0, it is negative. This is how we take a call. Do you agree?
Yes, sir.
Right. Same thing, we have to do it in Excel. So when you do a logical check in Excel, Excel will be taking the formula help is naming called if. So how to use this if formula? So let's watch my screen first. Observe what I'm doing. Immediate next, you can also try. Take a look. I go for if formula. What it demands me. Can you see? Logical test. First, watch my screen. Don't do anything. Observe what I'm doing. Understand. Next 1 minute, I'll be giving time to try. Don't worry. So if this demands me the logical test. So logical test, where you want to apply the test in the data, whatever we have. What kind of test? Is it greater than 0? So now this entire setup becomes my logical test. Can I take that? All are clear what is logical test? I'm just giving a confirmation one by one. So what is logical test? Is it clear? Can I take that? Yes, no?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Right, comma, comma. Now, second input. Whenever you conduct a test, there might be a success or failure also. You never know. So this is how when you go for a test, this is demanding next is value if true. So value if true is nothing but if there is a success. What does it mean there is a success? If this value is greater than 0, it means it has become positive. So if it is positive, in the next column, which value you are expecting? The same value. So what is value if true? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Right? Comma.
Yes, sir.
Now, what's the next one? Value if false. If there is a failure, if this test is not success, there is a failure. Means if this value is not more than 0, means it is less than 0. So if it is less than 0, then it turns out to be negative. If this is negative, my boss has clearly told me I don't want that value in the next column. But there should be some treatment in the next column we should give it. What kind of treatment? Like 0, hyphen, nil, not available, not applicable, whatever it is we are expecting, we must define within two double inverted quotes. Okay, but we are working in a template, so template has to be remain blank. And to define a blank cell, what you can do simply two immediate double inverted quotes without space. Yes, here people commits a mistake. They what they do, they define two double inverted quotes and they define a space in between that. Space, though it is not visible, but it is counted as a character. So you have to be very precise whenever you are expecting a output to be a blank cell, you must define something like this. Now, if formula over, bracket close, formula is ready only with one cell. Need to apply for rest. What is the shortcut? Control, enter, and you got your records. So this is how people, whenever there is a need, how to apply a logical formula in Excel, we got the basic understanding. So give it a try and check it's working. Any doubt, feel free to ask.
Sir, is it always necessary or mandatory to use the first column? Like, can we not just directly go to 111, use this formula, and then use the enter, control enter function, and then it applies for all the
You
columns?
can, you can, but how you are going to select it? See, now the moment either I can select from top to bottom or I can go for bottom to top. From center, if you start, you have to select both the way, right? Are
Okay.
you getting what I'm saying?
Yes, yes.
So This is the reason why I asked you first to select either top to bottom or bottom to top, no problem.
So
Yep.
do I have to manually type in E25 greater than, or it'll just just a
You
sec.
have to take the cell reference E25, you have to select, and greater than 0, you have to type it manually. Greater than 0, you have to type it manually.
So when I'm selecting on the two which is on the 25th A, it's showing me. Can I just show it to you?
Yeah.
Yes. Now select on 25, right? Just
No,
click
no,
on
no,
it.
no, 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 not that, not that. The cell which is containing the value. Which cell? What is the how you are creating in the previous cell? Yes, that greater than
A second. Um,
you have less than and greater than symbol after M, alphabet M, not less than, greater than you have to go for. And zero, comma.
comma.
Then it asks value if true. So value if true means if this is true, then the same value which you are checking should come over there in your next column, comma.
Mm.
Then if value if false means if this test is not success, there is test is a failure, then we are expecting a blank cell. We don't want anything. We just expect the cell to be remain blank. Blank purpose to immediate double inverted quotes, shift and quote. Yes. Now bracket close. Formula is ready only for a cell and then control enter. Okay. Yep. All right. So I believe all are clear. This if formula application, the logical formula, how to apply in Excel. Any difficulties, anybody?
No.
Great. Fine. So now, are you happy knowing about the logical formula?
Yes.
Sorry, what's your opinion?
I'm clear.
Okay, great. So now you are happy, you said. I am also glad that you have understood these formulas, whatever I have stated over here. But in this case, people, I do not recommend this formula. You know why? 95% users across the globe, they will ask you to go for this kind of solution for this problem. But I do not recommend this. The reason is, remember one thing about one problem I told you the moment we started the training program. What was that? Is nothing but file size, correct? So remember one thing, in any Excel file, the more the if formula, file size will be more. So this is the reason why if formula should not be your first choice. In the worst case only use the if formula. So now in this case, if this formula is not the right one, how to make my formula crisp, how to keep my formula length minimum, and with minimum efforts, how to get the solution. So watch my screen for a minute. What I'm doing, observe, understand the concept. Next 1 minute, I'll be giving time to try. Don't worry. Just watch my screen. See, I'll take one more column called alternative column over here. I'll go for a formula naming called max. You know max formula, what it does? Anybody? You can unmute and speak. What max formula does?
Maximum number.
In a range, whichever the maximum value is there, that value will be pulled up, correct?
Yes, sir.
Right. So now what we are going to do over here, what we are going to do over here is number one. So number one, I'll be taking from prices column. I have taken, comma. What it is asking, number two. So what would be our number two? Stay focused. Ideally, the moment I told you, please logically calculate whether the value is positive or negative, which value we have compared with? We have compared with zero, isn't it? Now, same thing we are going to do for number two as zero and bracket close. Now, what we're trying to do exactly, just try to understand. We are asking Excel to perform a calculation between this price column value and zero, which is more, you should return that. So we are not discussing anything below zero cases over here. Jobs becomes very simple and quite precise. Formula is ready only for a cell, but we need to apply for rest. Shortcut, control, enter, and see the beauty now. Now you tell me as a user, if you are watching my screen, which one you prefer to see? Option one or option two?
Option 2.
Definitely, that will be anybody's choice because nobody is interested seeing lengthy formulas. So this is how people you have to always be alert while designing the formula over there in Excel and ensure that your formula should not occupy many more spaces. And as I told you, the more the if formula, file size will be more. Give it a try.
I didn't get the logic for this.
No problem. I'll help
Max.
you out. Yeah, I'll help you out. See, now if I go for it, I just want to know max 1 comma 2. In this 1 and 2, if I compare, which is more?
2.
Did I get 2?
Yes.
Similarly, when I go and compare over here, just say between this value and 0, which is more?
Yeah. Got it. Yeah.
Right. Now, if I go down, now this becomes negative. So negative means which is less than 0. Now, between this value and 0, which is more means 0 is more. So 0, what it turns out, it is coming as a hyphen because 0, though it is a value, but it is a null value. So null value, it turns out to be a hyphen symbol, but it's not a negative. It's just a blank cell or null value you can consider.
Okay.
Yeah. So is it clear? Working for all? Any doubt? Any queries from anybody? Fine. So Archana is confirmed. How about others? So we have done with our situations, people. Now we'll go for our next situation is called with regard to the date. So sometimes what it happens, friends, the moment we go for our date related calculations, we face a lot of challenges. Now take a look, try to understand the problem statement. Suppose say on 11th 12 2021 we have furnished one contract for AMC, annual maintenance contract for HP printer, and the warranty of HP printer is of 16 months. The contract is of 16 months. Now, when this contract is going to be expired, we need to calculate that. So like this, there are 10,000 AMCs we have, and we need to be accurate with regard to date of expiry so that we can decide or we can take a call whether to renew the contract, to stop the service or change the vendor, or if asset is already sold or scrapped, there is no point of having AMC for that, correct? Now just watch my screen and look at the very first case and tell me, just manually calculate and tell me what would be the date of expiry. Anybody?
Sure, maybe June.
April 21. April.
April 21, June 2021. Any other?
April 22. April 22.
April. April 22. Okay. Anybody
April.
else?
April 10, 22.
April 22. Okay. See, 11 December 2021. After 12 months, 11 December 2022. After that, 4 months, January, February, March, April. So April 2023 is supposed to be the answer, right? Yes or no?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, it's
All
23.
right.
Yeah.
So 11 April 2023 ideally supposed to be the answer. See, now a particular case, even if I asked you manually to check, we take this much of time. Think about 10,000 cases. If you want to compute, then it will take you a whole day if you start counting or computing it by holding a calendar, isn't it? So we don't have that much of time, or people don't have patience to wait for us also, right? So in this case, how to deal with the same? Try to understand. In this case, people, what we can do as we have developed the practice, first you go and select your solution area and then go for equal to. There is a beautiful formula naming called E-date. What is that? E-date. E stands for electronic date. Now, start date, it is asking start date. Start date is there in my left. I can use my left arrow key to move left, comma. Then it asks me for the months. So months where it is again in the formulas left or right?
Left.
Left only. So we have to use the left arrow key. So that I'll be moving to the left. Now formula is ready only for a cell, need to apply for rest. We know control, enter, and we got the answer. But the problem is the answer is coming up with a different format. Now what is this format about? This format is nothing but we call it as a general format of the cell. What is that? General format of the cell. Now what we are expecting? We are expecting date format. So any point of time to convert any format to date format. So what we can do, ideally, we prefer to select like this, right click, we go for format cells over here, we go to date, and we do all these changes. This is really a painful job or time taking job. So what I suggest is any point of time to convert any format to date on our numerical keypad, just see 1, 2, and 3, just the third one. Is it showing a hash key on your keyboard? Yes. So Control Shift and 3. I repeat, Control Shift and 3 to convert any format to our date format. Immediately, you will be getting the things right. So even though we have 10,000, 20,000, irrespective of any number of AMCs, we could give it immediate accurate answer. So this is how people you have to go for this. And this is going to help you a lot whenever you have some insurance claims, contracts, agreements, bank guarantees, investment related documents you are maintaining in Excel. You can maintain Excel as a tracker by using this kind of formulas. Give it a try. Just check it is working.
I have one question.
Yeah,
Does this, if the date format is MMDD instead
yeah,
of DDMM, in that case, what happens?
nothing. Because ideally, the date format in Excel, you can take it as DD, MM, YY, YY, MM, DD, YY, YY. It depends. So both are recognized formats, but the moment you are looking at our separator, the date format has to be either DD hyphen MM hyphen YYYY or MM slash DD slash YYYY. So this is how the separator, you have to be very careful. Anything else apart from this two, like what is the separators we use? Like we go for underscore, we go for dot, we go for backslash. These are not your recognized separators for a date. But the pattern, this both are welcome, no issues. Hope it is clear.
Yes.
Right. Yes, so we have understood. Now our date related one formula, e-date, how it help being helpful for us. We got the clarity. Any questions from anybody?
I have applied this formula, and if
Hmm.
again I have to, change the format, then what is the shortcut key for that?
No, what format do you want to change?
Date format, sir.
Control
Means,
Shift
uh, no, date
Control.
format. I have done that. Control Shift and hash, and
Mhm.
I have means values I'm getting like this only the format. But again, I
Then
have
what's
to
your
change.
question? Again, means
If
you want
again I
to
have
bring
to
it
change this format,
to which format? The earlier format?
date. Yeah, no, 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 not earlier format. Date format means uh,
This is date format only. This is date format only.
I got that already, but in a different format. Date, if I have to mention the date in different form,
Like different form is what exactly?
I
Instead
believe
of
she
instead
needs
of
to say one.
APR, instead of
slash
APR,
or slash or yeah,
yeah. So if you want
slash
to
or
change, you want to change the separator. So that is the question
yeah,
you have to ask precisely. Change the format means
yes,
there are a lot of things coming up. We cannot talk out of the blue. Suppose 11 April
okay,
2023, you want to change the separator instead of hyphen, you want to go for slash. This is the question. Can I take it?
yes, yes, yes,
Right. Then you have to select all these things. You have to right click on that. You have to go to format cells, and there you can precisely change in the data type over here. Instead of DD hyphen, you can go for DD slash, and automatically in the sample data, can you see a slash is coming up?
yes, yes, yes,
You can
yes.
change it from here.
Okay,
And similarly from here also, you can go and change. And when you go and click OK, it immediately change the pattern.
yes, okay.
Right. Right.
So, sir, when we applied this shortcut key, Control Shift and hash, the dates will come in this format only.
Absolutely.
11.
This is a system recognized format and it is called
Hmm,
a readable format of your date.
okay.
Now, why it is taking like this, there is a reason behind it. I'll tell you. See, now if I ask you what is today's date, you can tell me 16th March 2024, correct?
Yes.
Now, if I ask you 16th March 2024, what is the format we have right now?
DD hash
It's
MM
DD
and YYYY.
hyphen MMYYYY. Now, if I go and do the same job over here, just see, watch my screen, no need to do anything. What is the format over here? Can you express it?
No.
So this is what the trouble. So this is the
Hmm.
reason why when you go for Control Shift 3, now it is pretty clear. It is in DD MMYY format. If this format is there, when the month in number is less than 12, it is very difficult to interpret whether it is DDMM or MMDD. We can't say it blindly, right? So that's the
Yeah.
reason why Control Shift 3 is designed in this way so that the data will be in a proper readable format. Now it is clear?
Yes.
Right. Now, coming back to over here, what we are discussing, though date of expiry we have got it, people, but that alone is not enough. There is one more risk factor is there which you need to assess. What is that? 11th April 2023. Is it going to fall in a weekday or weekend? We must know that, isn't it? What say? Suppose you are not working in Sunday and this particular 11th April is falling in Sunday, and you are working in a plant where 24 by 7 the plant is running in that office, suppose. Now, if at all anything goes wrong in 11th April, whatever the repairs and maintenance, can you ask your vendor to bear this? No. What will do? He will show your paper to you. Since you have not renewed the contract, why am I supposed to bear all these expenses? Now you will be questioned later, why did not you take that look at that properly? Why did not you renew the contract properly? So this is the reason why, people, mere date of expiry alone is not enough. We need to also calculate the day out of a date. So how to calculate a day from a date? Let's see. Just watch my screen first. I will take this a formula called text. What it demands? Value. So when I go for value, what is the value? Value is date of expiry, comma. What is the next one? It is asking format text. As we discussed, what is the date format we follow in Excel? DDMMYY or MMDDYY, where D stands for day, M stands for month, Y stands for year. This is already predefined by Microsoft Excel. Now, what we are going to focus with the day. So within two double inverted quotes, I need to go for 4 Ds. Now, why 4 Ds? To get the complete string or name of the day, like Sunday, Sunday, it will come. If I go for 3 Ds, it will show me only SunmonTue, only first three characters of the day. So since I'm looking for the entire string, I will go and define 4 Ds. Is it case sensitive? Do I need to write by making the caps on? No. In Excel, formulas are not case sensitive. So formula is ready only for a cell, need to apply for rest. Control, enter, and see the beauty over here as we are expecting all the dates are turning up. So this is how, people, whenever there's a need, how to extract a day from a date, we got that answer. Give it a try. Right? So how to extract a day from a date? We got the clarity. Let's go for making a hands-on practice, finding a month and year from our date. Okay. So for month, what we can do? Simple. Same text formula and taking the expiry date and within two double inverted quotes. What we need to apply? Anybody? Quickly.
M.
Simple. So this is how when you go for it, bracket close, control enter, we got the records. So this is how, people, these functions will be very, very helpful to generate our data, because all the time you will never get your years, months together, everything in your SAP downloaded records. So you have to generate the data, something like this, to analyze the data. Similarly, for a year, what we can do? Anybody? Can we go for some text and define two double inverted quotes y 4 times? We can do that, but that will be very lengthy. Don't go for that year purpose, because in year we have a ready-made year formula in Excel. We can take that. So this is how, wherever it is possible, try to keep your formula length very, very minimum. And the moment I go on control enter, we got the records. See how things are so easy when you know the right formula in place, isn't it? So this is how people you can find your results by using such kind of formulas and functions over here.
Sir, one question here. If we want to calculate month and year together,
Right?
then can we calculate? Means for date 11th April 23, so we can calculate as a April 23.
Yeah,
So
you can. You can
possible.
simply go for text. Suppose say take an example. I want to go for it over here. I'm just doing it over here. Okay. It's equal to
Hmm.
text, taking this data, fine, comma, what you want, first month, correct? So month, if
First
you
month
want,
and then year.
right, right, we'll discuss one by one. So first we need month. So I'll go for M3 or 4. So 4 means complete month name or 3 means only first three characters. So which one you want?
Three is in
Okay. Then what is the separator you are expecting? Slash or hash or hyphen?
hyphen
Okay. Then how many characters from the year side you are expecting?
two,
So
last two.
YY, and our double inverted comma close. And this will be giving the result.
Okay. Okay, this will help me to calculate resource and date.
Good. That is what I'm expecting. You should ask this kind of questions.
His resource when resource is rolling off, I can calculate with this formula.
Absolutely.
Can you please paste this formula here in chat
Sure.
window?
Sure.
Thank you.
So I believe all are clear with our business maths calculation, whatever we did. So let's have a quick recap what we did. We have gone to our business math case studies. We learned formulas like sum product, formula text, small, large, with combination of row, why we use the dollar symbol. Then we have discussed about if formula, how to replace the same with the logic of max. Then we saw a formula edate and how to change the pattern from any format to date format with the keyboard shortcut control shift and 3. How to extract a day from a date by using text formula, how to use this text formula to find out the month also, and for your purpose how to take your formula and extract a year. So this is what the whole story we have learned from our business maths. Any doubt, any queries from business maths case studies?
No, sir.
Right. So with this we'll go for a short break of 10 minutes, people. Okay, so in my system it is 4 o'clock, so dot 4:10 we are going to resume our session. So have a brisk and come back soon. We'll discuss the rest. So 10 minutes short break. So I believe everybody's back. Could you please respond in the chat box why for yes so that we can resume? Well,
I'm
we
back,
have
sir.
got two new friends. Sachana, thank you so much. So Ruchi and Rose, welcome to the session. And we are working on the file name called corporate case studies from the sample case studies folder. Whatever you have missed out, don't worry, we'll be sharing the recordings with you. You please practice well on that before stepping into the day two program. So go to our sample case studies folder. File name is corporate case studies. The files, whatever I have shared over email, naming called sample case studies, please open that. You'll be finding the file naming corporate case studies and open the file. And now we are going to work with the sheet name called data presentation. So if you kindly confirm the same worksheet is open in front of your screen, data presentation, Y for yes or D for done. All right, so let's start working with our next sheet naming called data presentation. Now here, let me first give you the background story, what we have with us over here. Okay, so in today's world, people, it's a data driven world. Who is having more data, he is more powerful. So in this data driven world, mere having the data doesn't make any sense, or it's not a value addition to your work. We have to do a lot of process with our data, a lot of exercise with our data. Like we need to analyze our data, we need to do data crunching, we need to do data mining, we need to go for visualization of data, we need to present our data in a storytelling format. There are a lot of things we have to do on in and around with our data so that people would be happy watching our presentation. So in this case, we have got month and revenue column. Okay, you could notice 12 months revenue data we have. Now, taking this data, how to present it effectively to the audience, we are going to work out on that. So in any data, the minimum requirement is we must have a total, but we do not have a total, right? So let's go and keep our cursor in the total cell. And how to get a total? We don't need to go and just spend time writing a formula over there. Just go for a simple keyboard shortcut. Alt with equal to. I repeat, Alt with equal to. When you press together, this is going to give you a sum function and hit enter. All of you will be getting a total of 33,715 USD. Kindly confirm. Alt equal to for a quick sum, right? So in our data, the minimum requirement we have fulfilled. Any difficulties from anybody in application of alt equal to? Fine. Now, once we have done with this, please stay focused on my screen. This entire data, whatever we have prepared, like billions, millions, lakhs, crores, maybe my immediate boss would be happy watching the same. But the data, when it goes to the management level, they are not interested to see the data in billions, millions, or lakhs or crores. They want to see the revenue data, but that should be in terms of percentage. So our next requirement is going to the next column, and there we go and type revenue percentage. Let's go and create a new column, revenue percentage. All right. Now, what would be the formula for revenue percentage calculation? First 1 minute, watch my screen, observe what I'm doing. Then next 1 minute, I'll be giving time to try. Don't worry. So first watch my screen. So here, whatever the data we have prepared, okay, what I'll do, I'll keep my cursor in the revenue percentage column, very first cell for the month of January. I'll type equal to, taking the data from left should be divided by total revenue. So each and every month it has to be divided by total revenue. So when I copy this formula towards down, this total revenue cell should not move down. So B17 should not go to B18 or 19 or so on. So we need to restrict that movement. Then we have to lock it, and we know how to lock it, F4 or function F4. Now when I hit enter, you could notice this is turning off the data and it comes in decimals. But technically we are expecting the answer to be in percentage. So any format to percentage format, what we can do in our keypad, if you see, the numerical 5 button is containing a percentage symbol. So Control Shift 5 to convert any format to percentage format. I repeat, Control Shift and 5 to convert any format to percentage format. I'll go for it. And now the same, once it is done, I have done for Jan, and I need to apply for others. So simply double click on that fill button, the drag button, automatically it will be applied over here. And if I want to go for a total, so we know what is the shortcut, Alt equal to, and this is going to give me exactly the 100%. So this is how, people, we have got one more column ready as a value addition to our data, naming revenue percentage. So give it a try and check it's working.
Sir, I missed the part where you said you gave an explanation about how to apply it for all the months. Could you please reiterate that?
Yeah, just double click on the drag button. Once you got your first answer ready, just double click on the drag button and it will be applied for the whole data.
Okay. And then the total is equal to alt.
Alt equal to, Alt equal to, and then hit enter. All right, so I believe it's working. Anybody's
So
who have done it?
it's
Mhm.
not showing me.
Not showing what exactly happening. Just
The
share the
total.
screen. Yeah, don't do that. Don't go inside and do it. So you're trying to edit. Come out of it. Come out of it. Right, now keep the cursor there. You have not converted to percentage first. Go to the entire data, select first, go up. Yeah, select top to bottom. Not like that. See, if 10,000 records is there, how will you select?
Yes.
So I told you, keep your cursor in the first cell. Make a practice of that. Control Shift down arrow key. One time. Control Shift down arrow key. Ah. Now Control Shift 5. to convert into percentage. Then Alt equal to, just press Alt equal to, don't do anything. Alt equal to, press together. No, 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 no. You're going for minus. No, 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 no. Escape, escape.
Okay.
Now Alt equal to, press together.
Uh, uh,
See, that is what the mistake you are doing. Alt equal, don't click inside anywhere and then type hyphen and symbols on all. Equal to where it is. Can you identify?
yeah.
Before backspace. Don't type equal to there. Don't type equal to there. Come out of that cell. Just click on the total cell. Just click on the total cell now.
Okay.
No, no, no. In the same column total, percentage column total cell, you select that cell.
Okay. This.
C17, C17, C17. Alt equal to, press together.
I'm doing that, but it's not happening. It's showing. I'm pressing it together on the
Then
alt.
how 33 715, how did you get that? In the previous column total, how did you get it? 33,715, how did you get that?
Yeah, I pressed that only, but now I don't think it's happening.
Oh, this is not going to happen. You are not pressing Alt from, not from the right side, Alt from the left side. There are two Alt buttons.
Oh, yes, yes. Okay. Alt and equal to.
Now it has come, right? So you have to be focused. So now we have got over here the total of our percentage column, correct?
Mhm.
Right. Fine. So I believe now everyone is clear whatever we did over here as a value additions to our data, correct?
Yes.
Right. Now, once we have done with this, what else we can do? Take a look. We can compare our data from Jan to Feb, Feb to March, March to April. We can compare our data. Okay. So that we call it as a new column we are going to apply called growth. So people name it as difference, variance, but we call it as a growth. Okay. Now, how to define our growth column? What should be the formula? How to apply it? First, try to understand. Watch my screen. Don't do anything. Observe what I'm doing. Understand the concept. Next 1 minute, you can try also. Don't worry. So first, since my first month is January, do I have anything before January to compare with? No. So growth is nil. Growth is nil, ideally zero. But there is no point of writing zero over here because this is a self-implied message for the audience that since before January we have nothing, we should go for growth over here. Okay. Now coming to Feb. So when I go for Feb, I have got something to compare with. Can you see that? So from Jan to Feb, I should compare. But how? What should be the formula? Equal to Feb month revenue minus Jan month revenue. So when I go for it, it will be giving me the result. And when you look at from Jan to Feb, my business is going down. So that's why it is turning out to be negative. So this is what the formula we have applied over here, but that we have to apply for the rest of the cases. I told you, just double click on the drag button and it will be applied for all. So this is how people, we got one more column ready, naming called growth column as a value additions to our data. Give it a try. So any difficulties, any questions, feel free to ask because all these things are mandatory people. Though you are working in accounts, finance, production, planning, HR, wherever. So this functionality is definitely needed and we have to make our data presentable.
So my answer is coming in percentage minus 178.00 percentage. Why
Okay,
it is like that?
okay. because your formula, whatever you have applied, you have gone for by mistake or unknowingly, or the same formula, whatever we had in the earlier column, the format is being carried forward. No worries. Keep your selection over this entire thing. Go to Home tab, and here you make it over here this general. Just make this general.
Okay.
Now, is it working properly? Just see. Yes, Manisha, you have to keep your cursor over here. Just double click on that handle, that fill handle button, that button which you drag normally. There you have to go for double click.
It's done, sir.
Yeah, great. So can I take that everybody is clear with our growth column population over here, people? How to define this growth column? Any difficulties?
I have one doubt on this.
Yes, yes, yes,
In
Sharif.
what cases we lock this cell, or in this case you're not locked it, but for the revenue percentage you're locked it.
Yes, because when I go down over here, just see, when I go down towards like this, then Jan should go to Feb. But division should always happen with our total cell only. Correct?
Okay.
So
So you mean
here,
to
if
say
I
that when
if
there
I
is cell reference, then at that time we need to lock it. If there is no cell reference, we don't need to lock it.
no, no, it's not like that. When you are designing a formula for more than one cell, either towards down or towards right, locking is necessary. If you are designing your solution only with one cell, you don't need to lock. Now, locking is necessary since I'm copying the formula down. Locking will be necessary if I'm copying towards right. Now here, suppose I don't lock it, what is going to happen? Just see first. If I don't lock it, what is going to happen? Can you see the error? Except the
Yes.
first case, rest of cases it's coming error. The reason is when I go to the second cell, can you see my Jan has moved to Feb, but my total also moving one cell down. Can you see that?
Yes. Yes.
So this is the trouble you will be facing. For that reason, we are locking. All right. So is it clear for all? Whatever we discussed, any doubt, any queries?
Sir, I mean, I'm getting the figures correct, but
Mhm.
the presentation is somewhat inaccurate. So I'm just going to share
No problem. Share it.
the figure.
No, it's not because the format is trouble. I told you the format. What you have to do is you have to select everything from top to bottom. Yeah. Keep the cursor there. Select that cell.
This is
No, no, not double click. Select that cell. Then Control Shift down arrow key. Right. And then in the top, you see it is showing 1 minute. It is showing, see, in the home tab, it is showing percentage. Can you see
uh,
in the percentage in the home tab, in the middle, come to the middle. In the home tab, come
you
to the middle. No, no, not in the worksheet. In the home tab, in the home
over
menu.
here.
Home menu, come to the
Mhm.
middle. Come to the center of the home menu. Come down in the same. Can you see we have an option called comma, percentage, 00, conditional formatting, everything written there?
Yes, yes, yes,
Go towards your left. Can you see a blocks where it is written percentage, where it is written one
yes,
step up? There you
yes.
go. There you go. And click and go for general. General.
Okay.
Now is it coming up?
Yes, yes. Thank you.
Are you using MacBook?
No, sir.
Okay,
Thank you.
no problem. All right, so I believe now we all are clear whatever we discussed, people. Now we'll proceed to our next column. So stay focused again. See, growth, whatever we have made in terms of billions, millions, lakhs, crores, maybe my immediate boss would be happy watching the same. But the same data, when it goes to the management level, they are expecting growth to be presented in terms of percentage. So we need to create one more column, naming called growth percentage. Now, how to create a growth percentage column? Okay, first watch my screen, what I'm doing, observe closely, and then you can go and try. I'll be giving time, don't worry. So as we discussed, growth for Jan is nil. Similarly, growth percentage also will be nil. Do you all agree? Since growth is nil, growth percentage also will be nil by default. What say?
Yes.
Right. So we are not going to do anything on that again. So now when you go to fair, then our growth percentage, what it would be. See the beauty. I'll take equal to, in the previous column, whatever the growth I have identified should be divided by the base month. So for Feb growth purpose, which is the base? Base is the Jan. So I should go and divide with the Jan month. And the moment I hit enter, this is going to give me the answer in terms of decimals. But we are expecting the answer in terms of percentage. I told you how to convert any format to percentage. Control Shift 5, and the same, once it is ready, need to apply for others. So double click on that drag button, field button, automatically it will be populated. So this is how people, we got one more column ready, naming called growth percentage. So give it a try and check, is it working? All right. So can I take that growth percentage? Everyone is clear? Just do one-time practice, people. Don't just mere watch, because all these things, at least one-time training in program itself, you should do the practice. And then only you can understand where the glitches, where I'm doing the mistake or committing the mistake, then you can overcome out of that. All right. So I consider everyone is clear with our growth percentage column, correct? Now, what else we can present over here? Try to understand. Suppose say, since Jan month is the first month of my business, whatever the Jan month revenue I have got it, if suppose somebody asks me, Pravas, how much you made in Jan? What will be my answer? 3,963 US dollar. The same thing when people ask me after completing my Feb month business, what will be my answer? Whatever my Jan month revenue, I'll be added with Feb month revenue and I'll be giving the total. Similarly, when I complete March, Jan plus Feb plus March. When I complete April, Jan plus Feb plus March plus April. What do you call all this? Yes, anybody?
Cumulative.
Yes, we call it as a cumulative value, or we call it as a accumulation of the data. In Excel language, we call it as a running total. But when it comes to the corporate reports, we should use the proper corporate jargons. And what should be the name of that particular column? Should be YTD, year to till date. So this is what you have to use the terminologies, people. Don't use this cumulative value or running total as a, don't do that. Just go for YTD. Okay. Now, what would be the formula for YTD calculation? So first 1 minute, observe my screen. What I'm doing, try to understand, and next 1 minute, I'll be giving time to try. Okay. So here, since Jan is the first month, whatever the Jan month revenue, can we consider the same as YTD? Whatever the Jan month revenue, can I consider the same value as YTD for the month of Jan? What do you suggest? Is it going to be right?
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So we can put a formula equal to in the YTD column and taking Jan month revenue. Okay. Now, when it goes to FAV, we should go for a formula equal to whatever the Jan month YTD from the previous cell plus the current month revenue to make it cumulative, to make it over here as a running total. So this should be our formula. Now, is it giving the cumulative value? Yes. Now you can also cross check when I go and combine this, is it giving the same 7748? Yes. Now, once the formula is ready, same we can apply for others. How? Double click on the fill handle. Now, our answer is ready, but how to confirm whether whatever we are doing, it is right? Just see. If you look at our data over here, people, just see. If you look at our data, whether this December month YTD, is it matching with my revenue column total cell? December
Yes.
month YTD. So we are in the right track. This is how we should confirm. So, chalo, give it a try. Get your YTD column ready and confirm.
Sir, YTD is year to date or what
Yeah,
means the
year to till date. Since the year beginning till the date wherever you are up looking for the calculation. Similarly, MTD also there, month to date. So if you are working in a particular month, starting from the month beginning, at any point of time you are looking for an answer, so that we call it as a MTD. Hmm. Any difficulties? Anybody is not getting the answer?
So my December data is not matching with the total.
Okay, share your screen. First, go to the Jan month YTD. Keep the cursor in Jan month YTD. You are taken from B5. Now come down, one cell down. Now what you have taken, B5 plus B6. What did I say? You should take one cell up equal to, just put the formula, equal to, no, don't open the formula, equal to, just type equal to,
Equal to.
one cell up, one cell up.
You mean this?
Obviously, one cell up means how you are going towards the left. The
Yes,
immediate
sir.
up, that is called one cell up, plus, plus, Feb month current revenue. That makes your cumulative value. Enter. Now, same you have to apply for others. Double click on that fill handle. Keep your cursor in Feb month YTD. Double click on the fill handle. Yes. Now come down. Is it matching now?
Yes, yes.
So this all the things we have to practice. All right. So I believe now we all are clear. Whatever we have done with YTD value calculations, people. Any difficulties in understanding of anybody? All right. Now YTD in terms of lakhs, crores or billions or millions, maybe my immediate boss would be happy watching the same. But the data, when it goes to the management level, they are expecting the YTD to be in percentage. So now our next immediate requirement is YTD percentage. So how to create this YTD percentage column? What should be the formula for YTD percentage calculation? We are going to discuss that. So 1 minute again, watch my screen, what I'm doing, observe, and next 1 minute you can try the same. Like, it's very simple. I'll go and select my entire array, and what I'm going to do, I will hit Control R, fill right, Control R. So whatever the left side formula or function is there, it is going to be applied immediately to the right side. So Control R is nothing but basically fill right. And once I do so, it is turning up in terms of decimals, what I'm expecting in terms of percentage. So I told you what is the shortcut to convert any format to percentage format? Control Shift 5. And now this is ready. Now, how to confirm I am in the right track? Just see if I go to December month over here and YTD percentage, is it matching with my revenue percentage column total? Yes. So we are in the right track. So this is how people we have understood how to create this YTD percentage column. Give it a try and confirm. Now imagine we had only two columns, but this much of task is pending. Trust me, nobody is going to demand you all these things. This is inherent by nature. The data itself needs all these things. So you have to make a practice. Before people ask, you have to present all these things along with your data. And this is very, very essential. So can I take that? All are clear?
Yes, sir.
Great.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Now, once this is done, remember one thing. Whenever you have a tabular data containing multiple columns, keep your cursor anywhere in the data, Control A, the whole amount of data will be selected. Okay. Remember one thing, whenever you have multiple columns, give a proper feel of a table by simply applying the borders. Now, how to apply the borders? You can go to Home, Border, All Borders with the help of mouse, which you have been doing. You can do that, not issue. But I would suggest simply selecting the entire data, go for Alt. You will be finding in your ribbon menu, many more options will be activated, which is already predefined by Microsoft Excel. Now we need to go to Home tab. Which key is assigned is Home, purpose H. So I should go for H. So when I go and press H, automatically it will take me to the Home tab. And there, for border, which key is assigned? For border, B. So I have pressed B. Now I have removed my finger. Then in border, now we have navigated for all border, which key is assigned is A, all border. So this becomes my keyboard shortcut is Alt, H for home, B for border, A for all border. Okay. So this is how you can make use of the keyboard shortcut one by one. No need to press all these four keys together, just one by one. Alt, then remove the finger, then H, remove the finger, then B, then A. You will be getting all these things. I would always suggest that go for keyboard shortcuts, but if you're not comfortable, you can go for mouse, home, border, all border. Choice is yours. But if you use the keyboard shortcuts, you can save your time. That is what the beauty. right? So first we got our borders in place. Any difficulties? I gave you both the options. Choice is yours. You want to go for keyboard shortcut, you want to go for mouse or touchpad, up to you.
So if I'm pressing Control A, the whole data from the sheet is going selected automatically.
Yeah, you have to
So
keep your
if,
cursor in the table. You have to keep your cursor in the table, then go for
okay,
Control A.
okay,
Then that amount of data alone will be selected. If you keep outside, then whole worksheet will be selected. All right. Now, the next step. Remember one thing, whenever you have multiple columns in a table, the latest style, it says that the data which is there in the first column always has to be aligned to the left. Yes. And whatever the rest of data is there, except the first column, should be aligned to the center. Now, you have the data we on selection. Yes, we need to put it in center. And to make it center, home and alignment group, you can go for center. Okay, this is by mouse you can use. Now, if you do not want to do that over there and you want to make it with a keyboard shortcut, similarly, Alt, Home, H for center, what it is written? AC. So one by one, A for alignment, C for center. So this is how one more keyboard shortcut from ribbon menu we got it. Alt, H for home, A for alignment, and C for center. Working? Will you please confirm?
yes, sir.
Right. Is it getting difficult for you guys? What's your opinion? I would like to take your opinion first. Keyboard shortcuts, is it really amusing for you? You are happy knowing about this, or are you just getting more difficult when I'm asking you to use the keyboard shortcuts?
So it's easy. Actually, I also have one more question.
Mhm.
If I have to only take center for the numbers, baki January, February, I want to freeze it, and only numbers I want in center. Then at that in that case, what I have to do?
No, you can't do this. See, the amount of data will be applied to the what you have selected. So if you want only this to be center, I mean to the alignment to the left, then you have to return select separately and go for Alt H A L. If you want to align this all the things to center, then select everything Alt H A C. So you have to
Okay,
do it two different times.
okay.
Yeah, fine. Now, once we have made it, nowadays the audience is not happy when you present your data as it is. They're also expecting bit of formatting you should do and how you are presenting also matters the most. So to beautify our data, ideally what we prefer to make some kind of colorful presentations. And for making colorful presentations, we go for home tab and we prefer to go for this kind of colors, fill color and font color. And we believe this is the only word we have. But trust me, this is an outdated version of our formatting. Nobody prefers to see such kind of colorful applications. So what we can do, we have very beautiful things. I'll tell you. Now select your month column completely the way I have selected and go to your home tab. You have an option over here naming called cell styles. The group name is style within that cell styles. Okay. Now in this cell styles, if you scroll in the bottom side, there's an accent one, two, three, some high definition, colorful buttons kind of looks are there. You can check that. Okay. Now, once we go for this, similarly, we'll go for our top row as well and home tab. Over there, cell styles, and I should go for one more color out of this. Okay, so this is how we can make our things better. Check all of you are able to navigate the cell styles options. Right? Working. So how to make our data informative, adding this kind of different statistical calculations we have understood. Any difficulties in this section, whatever we have discussed so far?
No, sir.
Fine. How about others? Yes, Shaili,
No.
Shaili, Isha, Ruchi.
No, sir.
Okay, great. Fine. Now let's go down and see how to make our data presentable. So now we are going to give you a focus on our presentation part. Now, why we need to focus on the presentations? Because nowadays, as I told you, the audience is having a different level of expectation, and we know very well whatever we are preparing, it's not meant for us, it's meant for the audience. So what my audience is expecting, that we have to be very clear, and who is our target audience, that also we must know. So let's go for it. We have same data. You can see month-wise revenue data we have. Okay, keep your cursor anywhere in the data set and go for Control A. And the first thing what you need to do, people, always try to convert your data into table. And to convert our data into table, go for Control T, T for Tango. And when you go and press Control T, can you see one dialog box appears over here? Yes. Now just simply go and click OK. So when you go and click OK over here with immediate effect, you will be finding a beautiful formatting pattern is going to come over here. Alternate rows are getting highlighted, colorful applications happened with the headers, and the filter buttons also getting embedded over here, and this is going to be more presentable, of course. Check all these things are happening. Selecting the data, Control A, press Control T, T for Tango. Right. Now, if you believe, Prabhas, you can ask me that, Prabhas, if you say some keyboard shortcuts, I have a bit of fear in my mind. I may forget the keyboard shortcuts. But if you show something from the ribbon menu, it is very easy for me to register the things easily. Well, now if you want to explore the same, you can go to Home tab. We have a beautiful option called Format as Table. So when you go for Format as Table options from the Home tab, you will be getting some ready-made options over here. Okay, light, medium, and dark for changing the patterns or colors. Now, any point of time, use your light or medium. Do not go for the dark options. It will not be looking good. Now here, if I go for light or medium, anything, suppose I want to choose medium, I can change that pattern also. So manually, if you want to do, we have a format as table, but if you want to do it in a quick note, you can go for Control T, T for Tango. Okay. Now, once we have all these things, suppose say I have prepared my revenue data, no doubt. I present it to my boss. My boss is also quite happy. He's appreciating my work. He said, thanks, this looks good. So we know one thing, when boss is happy, what happens? Anybody?
Appraisal.
Appraisal, increment, elevations to the next level, promotion, if you are thinking, then forget that. This is not happening. Immediate क्या होता है? If you go for it, you will be having that the boss will be having more expectation and work level goes more high. Do you agree?
Yes.
Right.
Yes, sir.
So we have to be prepared for that. So now same thing happened with me also. Say, take an example. My boss is watching this, all these things. He's quite happy. And he's telling me, Prabhas, to generate this much of revenue, how much incentives you have given? Please give me a note of that. Well, so I'll go to the next column and type over here as incentive, right? And see the beauty the moment you hit enter, can you see the same formatting carries forward immediately?
Yes.
Right. So that's the beauty of your table format. Now coming back to the formula, suppose say in our organization we have a uniform policy stating that over here, whatever the revenue we generate out of 2%, we are declaring as incentive. Suppose then I should go for over here, incentive, the formula equal to taking the data from left, okay, multiply by 2%. Multiply by 2%. So assuming that 2% is our incentive rate across the globe, it's a hope it is working. The moment you hit enter, see the beauty, what happens? With immediate effect, it is not only going to populate the formula in one cell forward, but the entire column. So that's what the beauty of our table format again. It will increase your speed over there while working in Excel. Fine. So all are clear with our incentive? Any difficulties, anybody?
No.
Now, once your revenue and incentive both has been computed, what should be the next column? Suppose next column is net revenue. So go for it, net revenue. Same formatting carries forward. Now, what would be the formula for net revenue calculation? Just watch my screen. Equal to, I'll go to my revenue column first. I'll go to my revenue column first, and then it will take automatically this kind of formatting, no issues, let it be. And then minus over here, incentive column. Now, the moment you hit enter, again, you see the whole column is ready. So this is how your speed is increasing. Excel is taking care about the entire formatting part, and you can work peacefully over there if you have the data converted into table. So that's what the benefit of converting the data into table. Everybody is able to feel that. Any difficulties or any question running in your mind, feel free to ask before proceeding further.
Sir, I have one question on the
Mhm,
sales formatting, which you explained.
mhm, mhm.
So there we can see a few themed sales styles. So only that many we can use, which is defined there.
This, you are talking about this?
Hmm. Uh,
Yeah.
Can you scroll down? So, or can we explore more here?
Yeah, you
So
can
these
go
are
for, you
something
can
we
create
can.
your own style. You can create your own styles also. Like you can take your own color combinations, new style. You can take this new style. When you go for it, it will take you through how you are going to design your new style. What should be the format? What should be the style name? You can customize everything.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Now, once we have done with this over here, take a look. Though we have made it, our data doesn't have a total yet. Data doesn't have a total yet. Can you see that?
Yes.
Right. But technically, we no need to create a total even. That's what the beauty. So manually, we always create a total. But when you have the data in table format, you don't need to create a total. See the beauty, how we are going to get that? Keeping your cursor in the table anywhere, you should go for on your ribbon tab. Can you see we have an option called table design is activated? All of you, table design. Are you seeing that? It depends upon the version. The name would be slightly different. Somebody may be having design or somebody having table design, depending upon the versions. And within that, if you see, there is a checkbox called total row, which is not yet selected. So when you go and select this total row, automatically in the bottom side, you will be finding a total is created. And this is giving a total only for net revenue column. Now, what if I want my total in the revenue column? You can. Keeping your cursor in the revenue column total, immediately you will be finding a drop down box will be ready. So go and click that drop down over here. It will show you the list of formulas. So ideally to make a total, which formula we are using for making a total?
Some.
Sum.
Some.
So we should go for some formula in the list itself and we can get the answer. See, everything is there. Only thing is we need to customize that. That is what the beauty of our table format. Just get it done.
So I didn't get that table design.
You keep your cursor in the table, you'll be getting that.
Okay.
Check. Are you getting?
Yes. Yes, I get it now.
Right. Right. Fine. Now, once we have done with this, as I told you, whenever you have data in these multiple columns, always give you a feel of a table. So how to do that? By keeping your cursor in one of the header and go for Control A, the entire data will be selected. Yes, keeping the cursor in the header, go for Control A. If you keep anywhere in between and try to Control A, the top row and bottom row will be missing from the selection. So this is how you have to be very careful. So always keep your cursor either in the top row or in the bottom row and go for Control A. This will be selecting the whole table. Now, to give a feel of a table, just apply the borders. And I told you what is the shortcut? Alt, H for home, B for border, A for all border. So you'll be finding the entire table is applied with the borders. Nothing new. This is what we have already discussed also.
So can you repeat the total, how the total has come?
Keeping the cursor in this table, going to your extreme right tab, table design, and here we have it checkbox called total row. You have to
Okay.
make it on. You have to make it on. Fine then. So we got that our table is ready. As I told you, in table, the first column should be always aligned to the left, and rest of the column should be always aligned to the center. And to make it center, except the month column, select the rest of the columns to make it center. I told you one more keyboard shortcut. What is that? Alt H A C. Go for it one by one. Alt H A C. So immediately you will be finding your entire columns, whichever you have selected, is it aligned to the center?
Yes.
Now, the problem is, though we have got centrally aligned, but some of our data, if you look at the column headers, text are missing, and if you can't read our data properly. And this is what mostly happens with us. When you copy some data from one Excel to other, you paste it, then always it comes with a hash kind of symbols. And then what we do, we take our mouse pointer, we keep expanding our columns or double click on the column headers, borders, all these things we do, isn't it? That is very painful. So what we can do is just see the beauty. I have selected this entire column, correct? Press Alt. So when you press Alt, now we'll go to Home tab. And for that edge, now in Home tab, you can see there is a beautiful option called Format. And when I go for Format, over here, this is defined as O. And in this format, we have an option called ready-made auto fit column width, and which key is assigned I. So this is called your keyboard shortcut of auto fit column width. So what is the keyboard shortcut? Alt, H for home, O for format, I for auto fit. Sorry. So these are our essential keyboard shortcuts, people. Trust me, formatting something you will be doing 1,000 times in a day. So it's a better option. You should train yourself in the keyboard shortcuts. So at least you can save some 10 to 15 minutes which you spend for formatting. So whatever we have done so far for data presentation purpose, is it clear? Can I take that? Any questions? Now, here, please stay focused what I'm going to say. In Excel, while working with our data, each and every data, they are recognized by their own formats. So what I'm trying to say is if you have a date, should be in date format. If you have a percentage value, should be in percentage format. If you have a time, should be in time format. Similarly, when you have a number, it should be in proper number format. So what is the meaning by number format? Uniformly, all the places you must have a decimal, and post decimal maximum how many characters? Two characters. And before decimal, you must have a comma separator or thousand or billion separators must be there. So when you want all these three formatting patterns to be added with one go and converting the same into number, what you can do, just see. In our keypad, you have a numerical one button where exclamatory mark is there, right? So any point of time to convert any format to number format, Control Shift 1. I repeat, Control Shift 1. When you go for it, with combine together by selecting all the numbers, then that will be converting to a proper number format. Just check it out. Select all your numbers and go for Control Shift 1. Is it working? Converting your entire format to number format. Uniformly decimals are coming, post decimal maximum two characters, before decimal comma symbols.
Sir, if here we don't want comma, then or comma will be there.
Comma will be there. This is the uniform formatting. No, if you do not want comma means then you have to convert into general. So I told you how to convert into general with the keyboard shortcut. If you want to, you can simply go for over here. Can you see above to the tab key? We have a infinitive key on your keypad also you can see.
Hmm.
So control shift and this infinitive. This is called tilde key, tilde. So control shift and tilde will be helping you to convert any format to general format. So you will not be getting those comma separators and all. You will be simply getting only the numbers.
Hmm. Most
Okay.
of the times we don't use a comma. That's it.
You must use, if it is a number and currency, you must use comma, which will be easy to read those data. Fine. So data presentation sheet, whatever we did, like how to make a value additions to your data presentation, making it more informative, how to make our data presentable, converting the data into a table format, we got that understanding. Hope it is clear. Can I take that? Wait for yes or no. Kindly confirm in the chat box.
Yes, sir.
Okay. How about others? What is the status? Because I'm not getting the messages. I mean, are you with me or not? Or any difficulties?
Yes.
Okay, fine then. Great. So if you're with me, all are clear, that's fine. That is what the motto where we are doing that. Right? Fine then. So let's go for our next situation, people. Next sheet, naming called date calculation. So here, let me take you through. This is again a real-time scenario. Just watch my screen. Suppose say these are the employees working in my department. Okay. And my management has given me a task stating that, Prabhas, we are sending the date of joining of those employees who are working with you. Please find out their experience as on date and present it in this format, years, months, and days. I repeat, employee codes are there. These are the employees who are working with me. Their date of joining, my management has given it to me. I need to compute the experience of those employees as on date, and I need to state the result. So this is what the ask. Hope it is clear.
Yes, sir.
Right. Now, in this case, how to compute this? First of all, here people will be telling you different logic over here, and at the end of the day, the question mark will arise about the accuracy. So when you ask them, whatever you are suggesting, are you confident what you are suggesting? Then trust me, they will just keep quiet for a while and they will surrender. They will say, see, that I can't give you a guarantee. You have to take some random cases and you have to confirm. If you want, I can help you, but you have to confirm yourself. So what's the point? The person who is designing the formula, he himself is not clear, or he himself is not having the confidence. So how I can rely upon his, I mean, with his formula? So what is the option then left out? I'll tell you, there is only one way out, people over here. We can deal with a hidden formula of Excel. So what is that hidden formula name? Is called date diff. So this formula is hidden by Microsoft since inception, since 1985. So this is actually an add-in which comes in the Microsoft Excel package, and you can use that, not a problem. But to confirm that it's a hidden formula, I'll show you something. If you look at so far, whatever the formulas we have discussed, and if you just type any of the first or two characters, it will show you what is this formulas instructions, that will show you that. But if you go and hit tab key, what is happening? It also defines us how to write this formula. Whereas if you go for date diff, do you see any kind of helping hand or instructions from Microsoft? No, because this formula is hidden. Okay. But trust me, there's a formula called date diff, and we are going to use that. Now, how to use this? Let's see. So start working with me. Keep your cursor in just year column first value, and there you go for equal to date diff bracket open. So when you go for date diff bracket open, what to start with? We have no idea. So I'll tell you a very simple way. Remember one thing, any date formula, if you look at, it always start with a start date only. It always starts with a start date. Okay. So we'll go for, in our case, start of date, start date is nothing but date of joining. Yes. Come on. Now, what is the next input? When you are computing the difference from the start date till what date? From the date of joining till what date we are
Today.
trying to compute? Till today. So today purpose, we don't need to go and write another column and define today's date. We can directly take a ready-made formula help of our Microsoft Excel naming called today. So this formula, the basic job is it will always find out our bottom right corner system, whatever the date is there. This is going to be populated over here. So that's called your end date. Okay. Now, end date is clear, comma. Now the third input, which column we are trying to compute the difference? We are computing the difference in the year column. So let's go and do one thing. Take just one cell above to the year cell, and there over here, hit enter. So it will be giving you a hash num kind of error. Let it be. And what I suggest is, why it is coming up error? Because our third input is missing, or it is defined to a blank cell. Now, what is the third input? Our year company. So to define our year, we have a ready-made Y cell over here. So you can go to the blank cell and just type Y, and the moment you hit enter, this is going to give you a result. So now what we have understood, Y stands for year. We have already discussed that. And date diff, though it is a hidden formula, how to write it, we got the clarity. Try this and confirm. Are you getting your answer for first employee in the year column 15?
Yes, sir.
Right. This will be very, very helpful in any department, logistic, marketing, accounts, finance, HR, wherever you are working with. This will be very, very helpful. So all of you confirm. Any difficulties, need my support, do let me know.
Sir, I have to show my screen. Please
Mhm.
assist me.
Sure.
Comma, right?
Right.
And enter, correct?
Right.
Yes?
Click Click yes. Yeah. Now go to that blank cell.
This step?
Yes, that is the blank cell. No, because you have given the third input to a blank cell. And in that
Yes.
blank cell, for your purpose, you write Y. Just type Y and hit enter. And that will be giving you the answer.
Okay.
Right. All right. So can I take that everyone is clear how to write our dative formula, though it is a hidden one?
Yes, sir.
Fine. Now, let's go for making a practice. Like for month, we can go and define M, and for day, we can go and define D. And let's go for a practicing upon the same. Do not copy paste the formula. Do not copy paste the formula or drag the formula. Always create a new one for the timing. Since it is a hidden formula, you must know how to prepare. So go for equal to dative again. Type karo. And taking this date of joining as a start date, comma, today over there, comma, and taking your operator reference as a third input. Similarly, for day, you can go for date div, bracket open, date of joining, comma, today formula as a end date, comma, Excel operator reference. So kindly confirm once you get your answer, something like this. So what is YMD? Nothing but year, month, and day, which is already predefined by Microsoft Excel. We are not doing something of our own. Hope it is clear, working. Any difficulties? Anybody? Fine. Now take a look at my screen. If you have got all these things completed, please take a look at my screen. We have got a answer like for the first employee, year column 15, month column 182, day column 5554. So now my question is, how will you confirm that whatever the formula we are applying, we are in the right track? Can somebody confirm me? Because it's a hidden formula. I said you. Now, instead of blindly following me, if you happen to cross check, how will you cross check that? Whatever it comes to your mind. Because we are here to learn, we are here to rectify. Anybody? Well, just see. If I go and check equal to from today, okay? If I go on minus our date of joining, whatever the number of days it is going to come, is it matching with my days? Is it matching? Can you see that? So we are in the right track, though it is a hidden formula, but still it is giving the result. This is how we can confirm, right? Now, I just remove this. Now here, can I go and express someone's experience in this format, like 15 years, 182 months, and 5,554 days? No way. Then what is this result about? These are nothing but individual component-wise differences. Year-wise 15, month-wise 182, day-wise 5,554. Do you all agree with that? What I'm saying?
Yes.
Right. Now, what we are looking at is something different. Or the other way, if you discuss, our objective is when we go and combine year, month, and days, it should give me the total experience. Or the other way, if you discuss in the month column, focus, how many months are there? 182. And we know one thing, whenever number of month reaches to 12, it becomes 1 year. Now, if I ask you in 182 months, how many complete years are there? What is the basic mathematics you will apply? Equal to 182 divided by 12. Do you all agree? If I ask you how many months, how
Yes.
many years are there in 182 months, this should be our formula. Yes. Now, when I go for it, what it results me like 15.1667, like 15, what is that meaning 15? It is nothing but 15 years. This is already there. We have given to year. How it can be again presented in month column? It cannot be. So in a month column, it should display only 0.16667. So how to get that? Simple, just see. Go to our Excel operator where M is there, just change it to YM. So YM stands for year to month or the incomplete months in a complete year. And can you see now all this entire complete years has been removed and it is leftover months only. It will be displayed in the month category. Similarly, if I go to day instead of D, go for MD, month to date, the incomplete days in a complete month. And you will be getting all the years, months will be removed, and the balance only incomplete days will be there over here. So this is how now it becomes a perfect expression 15 years, 2 months, 14 days. Check it out. Is it working? Confirm. Right, so we got our first person's experience on that. Now this is what it is showing today. If I come to office and open my file tomorrow, what will be the status in this? Can somebody tell me, please?
The day will become 15.
Definitely. How it is going to become 15? Because we
Yeah,
have
that
used.
today.
Right. So today formula will always pick the data from our bottom right corner of our system. Now tomorrow when you will come to our office, the date will be changing to 17 and then automatically it will keep updating the records. So this is how our today formula keeps our formula dynamic. This is what the basic understanding we got it. Now since we have got one answer for one particular employee's experience, we can select everything and we know same we can apply for others. How? Just double click on the fill handle. So when I go for double click on that fill handle button, except the first one, rest of the cases, it is showing error. Why? If I keep my cursor in the first error value, you can realize when I copy this formula down, my start date is going down, no doubt. But along with that, Excel operator is also moving down. Can you see that maroon color border? This is also moving down, right? So that's why it is giving me a trouble. So how to rectify this? Our people, sometimes people commit a mistake. They believe we got the answer for the very first case, then what is the point? Only thing is we need to rectify all the rest of cases. No, that's not correct. Since this is your first answered cell, you should start selecting from that cell to the others completely and open that by hitting F2 or function F2. Now you need to decide which cell is creating a trouble. So D4 is creating a trouble for me by keeping it moving down. So we do not want that to move. For that, keeping the cursor in D4, I should lock it. How to lock it? By using F4 or function F4. Formula is ready, only with one cell need to apply for rest. Control, enter. Similarly, month column, we should make it ready. And YM cell, that is E4, should not move down. Control, enter. By you locking the same, control, enter. Similarly, going for day column, which cells should not move down? F4 should not move down. So we can keep our cursor in F4, lock the same, control, enter. So this is how people, whenever there's a need, how to get this done by using this formula, and the formula should look like this. Give it a try and check if this is all these things are working. So kindly confirm all of you are clear with this. Fine. So now this kind of formula, people, you can use whenever you happen to compute the difference between two setup updates, or if you're working with your project, you want to know exactly what is the span of the project, or if you've hired some machines on rental basis and you want to just check it out, how many days exactly been used, and whatever per day cost, based on that, you have to make the payment. So all these cases, you need to use this kind of formulas, and trust me, this is going to save a lot of time with accuracy, accurate answer. So now, knowing about this deadly formula, are you happy? Knowing about this deadly formula, are you happy? Able to connect that you can make use of the same in your routine activities? All right. Now, I'm asking the question again, but little bit tweaking my sentence. So stay focused with that. Going to each and every column, editing the formula, locking the cell in three different column, three different times. Are you happy doing the same? Going to
No.
each and every column, locking the cell for three different times. Don't you think that it's time consuming? No doubt we got the answer, but this is time consuming. And this is what our experts suggest us to do the job like this. But Microsoft Excel never recommends for that. So what we did exactly, people, we are not supposed to do like this. So do one thing, kindly select the entire solution area and delete it. Delete it. So what we are not supposed to do, we learn that. Now how to make an improvement, we are going to experience it. So as I told you, where we need the solution, first we need to select the entire solution area. Okay. Now equal to date diff, bracket open, start working with me. Now you tell me what is our first input?
C6.
Start date.
That is date of joining, right? Now hold on there. Once we take C6, just hold on there. When I took this data over here, people, just watch my screen. What is C? In C6, what is C? C is a column.
Column. Column.
C is a column. What is 6?
Row.
6 is a row. So we have understood that our data is there in column C and row number 6. Okay. Now when I copy this formula towards down, C6, where it will go? It will go to C7. If I go and copy this formula further down, it will go to C8, C9, C10, and so on. Do you all agree with this movement? Definitely. So when this movement is happening, which one sounds common? C6, C7, C8, C9, C10, which one sounds common? Is C. So what is C? C is the column. So what we have understood, our data is not restricting to a cell, it is moving within a column. So when data is moving within a column, instead of locking the entire cell, just lock the column only. And to lock the column only, we need to bring the dollar symbol before column. To bring the dollar symbol before column, we need to go for hitting our F4 key three times. So F4 or function F4, just hit it three times and you'll be having our dollar symbol populated before column. Just confirm, is it happening?
Yes, sir.
Right. Now here, once you do this, what you call all this thing? This is called nothing but your column constant, column freeze, or column lock. So what is the meaning by column freeze or column lock? See, when I copy this formula towards right, C6 will never go to D6. C6 will never go to D6 because column C is locked. But when I copy this formula towards down, definitely C6 will go to C7 because row is free. So this is what we call it as our column constant, column freeze, or column lock. Comma. Now what is the next input? The next input is end date, that is called today's date. So you can go and define today open bracket and close bracket. This doesn't need any kind of locking because the default nature of today formula, wherever it goes, it will define today's date. So it doesn't need any kind of locking over here. Right? Now, comma, what is the next input? Is our Excel operator, which is there in the top. That is D4. So when I take D4, stay focused. When I copy this formula towards down, d4 should not go to d5. Okay, d4 should not go to d5. But when I copy this formula towards right, d4 should go to e4. I repeat, d4 should not go to d5, but d4 should go to e4 for month calculation. Further, when I move right, e4 should move to f4 for day calculation. So there is a movement d4, e4, f4. Which one sounds common? Is 4. What is 4? 4 is the row. So we have understood our data is moving, but it is moving within a row. So when data is moving within a row, instead of locking the entire cell, just lock only the row number. And to lock the row number only, we need to bring the dollar symbol before row number. And to bring the dollar symbol before row number, hit your F4 key or function F4 twice. And this is going to make it as your row lock or row constant or row freeze. So what is the meaning by row constant or row freeze? When I copy this formula towards down, D4 will never go to D5 because row is locked. Row is locked. But when I copy this formula towards right, D4 will definitely go to E4 because column is free. So this setup was missing. Now we have given. Now bracket close. Formula is ready only with one cell. But we need to apply for rest as we discussed already. What is the keyboard shortcut? Anybody quickly?
Control enter.
Control enter and see the beauty. In one shot, one go, entire table is ready. This is how we are supposed to design the formula in Excel, people, and trust me, it will help you in avoiding your duplication of work and repeatedly editing the formula. So give it a try and check all these things are working. Any doubt, any queries, feel free to ask. All right, so Archana is confirmed. She's clear and it is working for her. How about others? Anybody is facing trouble, difficulties? Let me know. I would help you. All these things are very, very essential, people. So you need to keep practicing because in training, everything seems to be a fairy tale. So taking the live data, you need to keep practicing, or the same data you can keep practicing, not an issue also. All right. So this is it from our day one, people. Any difficulties from day one? Whatever things we have discussed since afternoon.
No, sir, but can we get like a revision of it tomorrow or before the course ends? Just
No,
like a,
revision is not possible because we have got a lot of things to cover. So that's why we are sharing the recordings also. You have to do the revision by yourself. So before
okay.
stepping into the day two program, tonight itself by maximum 9 o'clock, you will be getting the recordings. So morning you
Okay.
get up and do a revision and join day two class. If you have some difficulties, you drop a message in the group so that we'll be logging in by 1:45 p.m. So 1:45 p.m. to 2 p.m. for our doubt clarification and dot 2 p.m. we'll be starting with our session. So if you have some queries, you can very well before login and 15 minutes time we can utilize for your queries. Don't worry. So those things we are keeping it on.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Right. Yeah. So anything from today's, any formula, any functions is not clear. All right. You can save all your files. Right. So I would suggest